Well, certainly it has out the BJP, and that is why we are now seeing as to how BJP coming out and condemning this statement of Salman Khurshid. Remember that yesterday Salman Khurshid in an event had likened the Bharat Jodo Yatra with the kind of yatra which took place during the Ramayana age. Now BJP is asking as to why Salman Khurshid has done this. In fact, Shehzad Poonawalla of BJP is demanding an apology from Salman Khurshid. He is also going to add, in fact he has added in his statement that Congress party leaders have now stooped down to a new low in doing psychophancy of Gandhi family, and this is why Salman
बात हुई थी तो भगवान राम को काल्पनिक बना दिया। राम सेतु की बर्बादी करने के लिए बड़े कदम उठाए गए थे और राम मंदिर से हाथ धो लिया था कांग्रेस पार्टी ने। अब राहुल गांधी जी एक यात्रा पे निकले हैं, कुछ कपड़े पहन लिए तो कोई उनको भगवान राम के साथ उनकी तुलना कर रहा है, कोई हनुमान बनना चाहता है। इस प्रकार की बातें करेंगे तो देश की जनता देख ही रही है ना कि राजनीति किस प्रकार की कांग्रेस पार्टी करना चाहती है और भगवान को इसमें क्यों घसीट रही है। One wonders when will the Congress party desist from doing this kind of politics and dragging Lord Ram into it. When their government filed an affidavit in the Honorable Supreme Court, at that time Lord Ram did not exist. When it came to the Ram Setu, they were making efforts to destroy it. When it came to the Ram temple issue, they washed their hands of it. And now Rahul Gandhi ji goes out, wears a set of clothes, and suddenly he's compared to Lord Ram. Somebody wants to be a bigger Hanuman, wants to prove his loyalty through all these kind of statements. Is this justified? Is it correct? And will the Congress party, it is entitled to do its politics, but will they desist from dragging Lord Ram's name into all of this? देश के विधि और कानून मंत्री हैं किरण जी, और
So that was the live reaction coming in of Nalin Kohli of the BJP, condemning once again the kind of statements that had been made by Salman Khurshid, where we can see the senior Congress leader in fact had been comparing Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram and had also called Rahul Gandhi a superhuman for having worn a t-shirt and not having worn a jacket on a cold winter morning in the national capital yesterday. But of course, now we see the BJP also coming out and condemning and stating that Salman Khurshid and the Congress leadership, in fact, time and time again insults the Hindu religion and also makes comparison of Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram as well, which has been taken offense on as well. But we do see that Salman Khurshid making those statements. And once again, let me go across to my colleague Piyush Mishra, who's joining me on the broadcast, continues to be with me on the broadcast. Piyush, as you were speaking about the kind of statements that have been made by Salman Khurshid and how the Congress party has been justifying this kind of a hero worship of Rahul Gandhi, and now the BJP has come out and taken offense and has stated that this is an insult of the Hindu religion as well, Piyush.
Well, absolutely, war of words have begun after the statement made by Salman Khurshid, where BJP leaders like Shehzad Poonawalla and Nalin Kohli coming out and condemning the statement of Salman Khurshid. In fact, they are now demanding an apology from the Congress leader for making this analogy. Remember that in an event, Salman Khurshid had compared Rahul Gandhi with Lord Rama, and now BJP is coming out and saying that it is an insult to Hindu religion, and that is why Congress party per se must come out and apologize for this statement of Salman Khurshid. In fact, Salman Khurshid has also compared this entire Bharat Jodo Yatra with the yatra which was taken out by Lord Rama in Ramayana, and that has also somewhere raised a lot of criticism at the part of BJP. We'll have to wait and watch how the Congress is going to further escalate. But yes, that's a very big statement coming in from former minister in UPA government, Salman Khurshid. Remember that he's very close to Gandhi family, and that is why BJP is coming out and saying that Congress leaders have stooped down to a new low in doing psychophancy of Gandhi family. We'll have to wait and watch how the reactions further going to come across from not only BJP but also from other political parties.
All right, Piyush, stay on with us as we also get various voices on this big story that we're tracking. In fact, RP Singh also joins me on the broadcast over the phone line. Mr. Singh, thank you for speaking to Republic. But if you could also speak to us about the kind of statements that Salman Khurshid has now made, making these kind of statements and comparing Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram, calling him superhuman as well. What do you make of these statements? Because your party already has taken offense and has stated that Salman Khurshid needs to come out and apologize now.
Well, they were the one who opposed Ram. They don't believe in Ram. The congressmen don't believe in Ram. I mean, Congress is on record filing an affidavit in court saying that Ram never exists. They said Ram is non-existent. I mean, in the case of the that Ram Setu case, they said so, and also they opposed the construction of Ram Temple. So non-believers are comparing Rahul Gandhi with Ram today. So it's the new law. The psychopath's gun can go to any extent. And it's the same Salman Khurshid who for the Muslim vote said that Mrs. Gandhi kept weeping all night through after the Batla house. Now he's comparing Rahul with Ram.
Absolutely. RP Singh, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspective on one of the biggest stories that we are tracking for you viewers as far as Salman Khurshid is concerned, the kind of statements that he has made and the kind of reactions that we are picking up as far as Salman Khurshid is concerned. The BJP in unequivocally coming out and stating that Salman Khurshid needs to come out and apologize for the kind of statements that he has made, and also calling the Congress party a non-believer of the Hindu religion. But time and time again, the religion is being used to compare Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram is something that the BJP has now stated. But of course, we will have to wait and watch as to how the Congress party reacts. And of course, we are tracking for you as far as the statements of Salman Khurshid are concerned and the kind of reactions as well that we are picking up on this big story. And on this, my colleague Samiksha also joins us. Samiksha, it's over to you, because we see these kind of statements being made by the Congress party. Salman Khurshid once again making this kind of a hero worshipping statement for Rahul Gandhi. BJP coming out and condemning it. It's over to you. Please tell our viewers more about this.
All right, thank you for that, Priyanka. And just to tell our viewers, these remarks were made by veteran Congress leader Salman Khurshid, which has, of course, sparked a massive controversy. BJP, of course, going all guns out, in fact, training guns at the Congress leader over his remarks, where he likened Rahul Gandhi to, to Lord Ram, and also made several such statements where he said that Rahul Gandhi is doing a tapasya and that he's no less than a yogi doing tapasya. A lot of reactions have been coming in since early morning. Let's just play those out.
See, it's his personal liking. It's a personal expression, and it is he who should answer. If he has a love and affection for Rahulji and dedication, which no politician I see in that way, and people are discussing about his attire, that is that bare T-shirt. In bare T-shirt, he is moving. And that also shows that his dedication. But as far as comparison of Lord Ram and Rahulji is concerned, that in different personalities, different entities, and one is God and Rahulji is a human being. But out of love and affection, perhaps he has compared, but definitely entities are different, and that is, he is the best person to answer.
बात अभी हिंदुत्व पर आ रही है, जिसको हिंदुत्व को इन्होंने बदनाम किया, आज राम का नाम लेने लगे। चलो दे रहा है, दुरुस्त है, लेकिन कम से कम कुबुद्धिपूर्वक नहीं लेना चाहिए। राम का नाम लो तो कम से कम श्रद्धा और विश्वास के साथ में। किसकी खड़ाओं की बात करो यार, शर्म आनी चाहिए इनको। भगवान राम की खड़ाओं की तुलना रामद्रोही से कर रहे हो आप। ये कांग्रेस का चाल चरित्र चेहरा बेनकाब होता जा रहा है, और मैं तो ये कहूँगा विनाश काले विपरीत बुद्धि। भगवान उनको सद्बुद्धि दे। कम से कम राम का नाम लेना तो सीख गए वो लोग जिन्होंने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हलफनामा दाखिल करके कह दिया था कि राम तो हुए ही नहीं। भगवान इनको माफ नहीं करेगा कभी भी।
One wonders when will the Congress party desist from doing this kind of politics and dragging Lord Ram into it. When their government filed an affidavit in the Honorable Supreme Court, at that time Lord Ram did not exist. When it came to the Ram Setu, they were making efforts to destroy it. When it came to the Ram temple issue, they washed their hands of it. And now Rahul Gandhi ji goes out, wears a set of clothes, and suddenly he's compared to Lord Ram. Somebody wants to be a bigger Hanuman, wants to prove his loyalty through all these kind of statements. Is this justified? Is it correct? And will the Congress party, it is entitled to do its politics, but will they desist from dragging Lord Ram's name into all of this?
नहीं, किसी भी व्यक्ति को कितना ही महत्वपूर्ण हो, कितने बड़े पद पे हो, उनको प्रॉफिट के साथ, उनको भगवान के साथ, उनको जीसस क्राइस्ट के साथ, गुरु गोविंद सिंह के साथ तुलना करना उनका अपमान है। नहीं, किसी भी व्यक्ति को कितना ही महत्वपूर्ण हो, कितने बड़े पद पे हो, उनको प्रॉफिट के साथ, उनको भगवान के साथ, उनको जीसस क्राइस्ट के साथ, गुरु गोविंद सिंह के साथ तुलना करना उनका अपमान है।
And a quick roundup of the situation on COVID-19 in relation to the COVID-19 cases in the country. 14 COVID positive patients have returned from abroad and are currently admitted in Safdarjung Hospital in the national capital. Their samples have been sent for genome sequencing. As per sources, India has its first naval vaccine now. Price of the naval vaccine in private hospital has been fixed at 800 plus 5% GST. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia visited Safdarjung Hospital in the national capital to review COVID preparedness in the country. A nationwide mock drill is being conducted today to check the COVID-19 emergency preparedness in the country. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia has said that the centre is conducting mock drills to prepare to brace ourselves in case there is another surge in cases.
कोविड की महामारी फैल रही है, उसको देखते हुए देश में कोविड की महामारी न फैले या तो कोविड के केस बढ़े, उसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने निर्देश दिया है कि हमें सतर्क रहना है, तैयारी करनी है। उसको देखते हुए लगातार भारत सरकार की ओर से कोविड आने वाले दिनों में देश में न फैले, उसके लिए तैयारी की जा रही है। सभी राज्य के हेल्थ मिनिस्टर के साथ विस्तार से बातचीत हुई है।
And in more news, mock drills are being conducted in Guwahati Medical College Hospital. Assam too is taking the necessary steps to control the COVID spread.
600 oxygen beds in a day. So these are the all infrastructure are ready, but we don't expect that should happen. But we are prepared.
There are several extensions also of the Guwahati Medical College Hospital. So apart from this parent building, are the extensions also ready as of now?
Extension, we had the extension of Dhiranpara, is a maternity hospital. We have the Pandu FRU, it is a 30-bedded hospital. And
meanwhile, the Belagavi Institute of Medical Sciences too conducted mock drill. Samples of the travellers who have recently been tested for COVID positive in Karnataka have been sent for genome sequencing. A very short break, lots coming up on the other side. We'll get you the latest in the probe into the death of Tunisia Sharma. Davia visits Safdarjung Hospital, takes stock of COVID mock drill.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
It is important to keep your HbA1c in the target range of 6.5 to 7% to avoid complications.
With Beto's Diabetes Care Program, get online doctor consultation, all your prescribed medicines and a dietitian consultation. Get a free glucometer and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care Program. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
समय कभी किसी का इंतजार नहीं करता। देर न कीजिए, यह आपके द्वारा दिया हुआ टैक्स ही है जो आज देश को सुरक्षित और समृद्ध बना रहा है। शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की सुविधाओं को देश के कोने कोने तक पहुंचा रहा है। करदाता कृपया ध्यान दें, यदि आपने अब तक निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल नहीं की है, तो लेट फीस के साथ 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक आप अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल कर सकते हैं। और यदि आपने निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न ड्यू डेट से पहले फाइल की थी, तो आप अपनी रिवाइज्ड रिटर्न बिना लेट फीस के 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक फाइल कर सकते हैं। याद रखें, निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की टैक्स रिटर्न भरने की अंतिम तिथि है 31 दिसंबर 2022। प्रत्येक आय करदाता एक राष्ट्र निर्माता।
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
Mixer grinder has come to this DTDC career office at KR-Puram in Hassan, and then it was delivered to a person. This person has returned the mixer bag stating that this has not come from the right address. The victim Shashi has switched on the mixer, at which point of time it has exploded.
Veteran Congress leader Salman Khurshid, in which he has likened Prabhu Ram with Rahul Gandhi.
Pakistan boat with 10 crew members carrying arms, ammunition and 40 kgs of narcotics worth 300 crore rupees has been intercepted off the Gujarat coast jointly by the Coast Guards. Thanks for staying tuned to Republic. This afternoon, we are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Let's get started with the top headlines this Tuesday afternoon. Congress leader Salman Khurshid sparks controversy, compares Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. Tunisia Sharma's last rites to be conducted today, body handed over to the family after the post-mortem. Sheezan continues to change statements. Police sources say he now claims Tunisia's family refused for marriage. Amid rising COVID cases in neighbouring countries, mock drills being conducted across the country to check COVID preparedness. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia visits Safdarjung Hospital, takes stock of COVID mock drill. 10 crew members, narcotics worth 300 crore rupees, arms and ammunition intercepted off the Gujarat coast. All right, starting with the top focus this hour, the statements that were made by the veteran Congress leader Salman Khurshid on Rahul Gandhi has sparked a massive controversy, drawing criticism and backlash from the BJP. Now, Salman Khurshid has compared Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. Even went on to say that while people are freezing in the cold and wearing jackets, Rahul Gandhi is out there in t-shirts during his Bharat Jodo Yatra. Not just this, he's drawn an analogy comparing Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram. Also goes on to say that Rahul Gandhi is no less than a tapasvi who is on the Bharat Jodo Yatra. BJP meanwhile has hit out at the Congress demanding an apology and lambasting Vadra Congress for the remarks that were made by Salman Khurshid. Before we play out the reactions, let's once again listen in to those remarks that were made by Salman Khurshid.
Congress leader Salman Khurshid, in his attempt to do sycophancy, has compared Rahul Gandhi to Bhagwan Shri Ram and himself to Bharat. And this is the same Congress party, ironically, which doubted even the existence of Shri Ram and gave an affidavit in court saying that Shri Ram does not exist, that Shri Ram is a mythical character. This is the kind of rhetoric that the Congress party used. Today, the Congress party, which was doing secularism ka Rom, has come down to doing Ram and is going Mandir in order to present itself as the biggest Hindu. But in their attempt to be a Chunavi Hindu, time and again they insult and they try to stoke the feelings of Hindus by making such kinds of comparisons and comments. This is the same Congress party which time and again assaults the feeling of Hindus, and they should apologize. Salman Khurshid should apologize for this kind of ridiculous.
So as you heard, BJP there saying that the Congress has crossed all limits. This, of course, after those statements that were made by Salman Khurshid, where he called Rahul Gandhi no less than a superhero, also superhuman, and also went on to say that he is on a tapasya and that he is like a yogi doing his tapasya while he's on the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So these statements that have drawn massive backlash from across the board. We'll play out more reactions on this. The reactions that have been coming in since morning. In fact, we're also given a reaction that has also come in from Narottam Mishra, who says that Salman Khurshid has crossed all limits of sycophancy and that comparing a human to Lord Ram is wrong and this is going to hurt the beliefs of people. Before we play out that reaction from Narottam Mishra, let's also listen in to that reaction that has come in from Brajesh Pathak.
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री राम की तुलना किसी भी व्यक्ति से नहीं हो सकती। उन्होंने भारत माता को साथ जिन लोगों ने जन्म लिया है उनको किस प्रकार के संस्कार होने चाहिए वो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री राम जी के जीवन से हमें सीख मिलती है। जबकि राहुल गांधी पूरी तरह से कांग्रेस पार्टी मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम के आचरणों के विपरीत आचरण उनका प्रारंभ काल से ही रहा है। ये दुखद है, मैं इसको बहुत ही गलत मानता हूँ। उन्होंने अतिरेक में अतिशयोक्ति के कारण या किस प्रकार का मुझे पता नहीं, लेकिन ये दुखद है।
See, it's his personal liking. It's a personal expression, and it is he who should answer. If he has a love and affection for Rahulji and dedication, which no politician I see in that way, and people are discussing about his attire, that is that bare t-shirt. In bare t-shirt.
That Udit Raj had with my colleague, but before that a reaction coming in of Dushyant Kumar Gautam of the BJP on the same.
ये तो वही बताइए वो क्या लेते हैं, ऐसा क्या लेते हैं और सबको बताना चाहिए और बांटना भी चाहिए। वो प्रसाद कौन सा प्रसाद है जिसके कारण ठंड नहीं लगती है, अपनी मम्मी माँ को भी बताना चाहिए, अपनी बहन को भी बताना चाहिए। इतने सारे कपड़ों पर पैसा खर्च क्यों करते हैं वो।
जीतनी चाहिए अपने साथ।
देख, लव जिहाद एक बहुत बड़ी सामाजिक बुराई है। इसका कहीं ना कहीं मुकाबला तो समाज और देश को करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन कानून अपने हाथ में लेना, न्याय अपने हाथ से करना, ये कहीं ना कहीं एक लोकतांत्रिक देश में समायोजित नहीं होता है। मुझे लगता है कि वो बातें एक अलग बातें हैं, लेकिन लव जिहाद को कैसे मुकाबला करना चाहिए, किस प्रकार से लव जिहाद के कारण बेटियों की हत्या हो।
As you just heard, a lot of reactions coming in from the BJP over these remarks that were made by Salman Khurshid, where he likened Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram, and this with the BJP now hitting out at the Congress demanding an apology. Remember, not just this, Salman Khurshid even called Rahul Gandhi a superhuman, saying that Rahul Gandhi is like a yogi, doing his tapasya with full focus, and that he is like Lord Rama. In fact, more reactions coming in. Let's listen into that reaction coming in from VHP's Vishwas Sarang.
के चमचे अभी राम के चरित्र को जानते ही नहीं है। दिक्कत तो यही, हम तो पहले से कहते हैं कि केवल राजनीतिक लाभ लेने के लिए राम का नाम ले लेते हैं। ये वही कांग्रेस है जिसने राम मंदिर बनने का विरोध किया। ये वही कांग्रेस है और वही नेहरू परिवार है, सोनिया गांधी और राहुल गांधी है, जिन्होंने राम सेतु तोड़ने का षड्यंत्र किया। अब सलमान खुर्शीद जैसा व्यक्ति, उनके मुंह से राम का नाम लेना भी जरूरत नहीं है उसकी, और राम का राहुल से उसकी तुलना करना, मुझे शर्म आती है। ये कांग्रेस की मानसिकता और हिंदू विरोधी मानसिकता का परिचायक है। सलमान खुर्शीद जी ने कहीं ना कहीं हिंदू धर्म का और राम का अपमान किया है। उन्होंने अपना एजेंडा फिक्स करने की कोशिश की है, और यदि राहुल गांधी और सोनिया गांधी राम का सम्मान करते हैं, कांग्रेस सम्मान करती है, तो सलमान खुर्शीद को कांग्रेस से निकाल देना चाहिए। कैसे आप तुलना कर सकते हो भगवान की किसी व्यक्ति से? राम भगवान है, राम हमारा मान है, राम हमारा अभिमान है, राम हमारा सम्मान है, और राहुल गांधी से राम की तुलना कर रहे हैं। ये निश्चित रूप से हिंदू धर्म का और राम का अपमान है।
All right, as you just heard, another such reaction coming in from Vinod Bansal of the VHP, who says that the statement that was made by Salman Khurshid has hurt the religious sentiments and beliefs of people. Let's listen into that reaction from VHP's Vinod Bansal.
हिंदुत्व पा रही है, जिसको हिंदुत्व को इन्होंने बदनाम किया, आज राम का नाम लेने लगे। चलो, दे रहा है, दुरुस्त है, लेकिन कम से कम कुबुद्धिपूर्वक नहीं लेना चाहिए। राम का नाम लो तो कम से कम श्रद्धा और विश्वास के साथ में। किसकी खड़ाओं की बात करो यार, शर्म आनी चाहिए इनको। भगवान राम की खड़ाओं की तुलना रामद्रोही से कर रहे हो आप। ये कांग्रेस का चाल चरित्र चेहरा बेनकाब होता जा रहा है, और मैं तो ये कहूँगा, विनाश काले विपरीत बुद्धि। भगवान उनको सद्बुद्धि दे। कम से कम राम का नाम लेना तो सीख गए वो लोग जिन्होंने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हलफनामा दाखिल करके कह दिया था कि राम तो हुए ही नहीं। भगवान इनको माफ नहीं करेगा कभी भी।
All right, so as you just heard, the VHP leader there saying that how the sentiments of people have been hurt after Salman Khurshid made that analogy comparing Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. A reaction coming in from the chief priest of the Ram Janmabhoomi temple saying that the statements have not gone down with the people and that it has definitely hurt the beliefs of the people.
भगवान श्री राम को काल्पनिक कहने वाली कांग्रेस पार्टी आज ये जो है तो राम जी की खड़ाऊ लेके चल रहे हैं। आज ये राम भरत की चर्चा कर रहे हैं, राम लीला का अभिनय शुरू कर दिए हैं। इनको पता लग गया है कि यह भारत भूमि है और भारत में बच्चे बच्चे के मन में प्रभु श्री राम बसे हुए हैं। यहाँ राम की अस्तित्व को नकार करके कोई सत्ता हासिल नहीं कर सकता है, इसलिए इनको भारत जोड़ो
रहने वाले राहुल जी और कहाँ अपने पिता के आदेश पर 14 वर्ष तक वन वन घूमने वाले वनवासी राम जो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम हो गए वन में जाने के बाद से, कहाँ उन्होंने भालुओं और बानरों की सेना को लेकर राष्ट्र का वंदन किया और लंका को नेस्त नाबूद किया, और कहाँ सरहद पर जो हमारे जवान हैं उन जवानों का अपमान की भाषा बोलने वाले को आप नारायण से तुलना कर रहे हो। ये जवानों के साथ भी उनकी भावना को आहत करने वाला है। पता नहीं क्यों एक बार वो राशिद जी थे आपके, वो राशिद जी ने को राक्षस दिखते थे और एक आप हैं, आपको खुद को भी बोको हराम से आपने तुलना की थी। नर की नारायण से तुलना मैं अच्छा नहीं मानता।
राहुल गांधी कल गांधी जी की प्रतिमा की समाधि स्थल गए, वाजपेयी जी की भी समाधि स्थल गए।
जाएं, अच्छी बात है।
इंदौर में सलमान लाला एक गुंडा है, उसके
कोई हावी नहीं होने देंगे किसी बदमाश को मध्य प्रदेश में। ये मध्य प्रदेश की धरती है, शिवराज सिंह जी का राज है, कानून का राज है। ये MIG थाने की घटना है, मर्डर केस के आरोपी हैं ये।
All right, so that reaction coming in from Narottam Mishra hitting out at the Congress over the remarks that were made by Salman Khurshid, where he said that Rahul wears T-shirts in winters while there are people out there wearing jackets. Rahul Gandhi is seen wearing the T-shirts during his Bharat Jodo Yatra. Not just this, he called Rahul Gandhi a superhuman, adding that he's no less than a yogi who's out there on a tapasya. It does not end there. Salman Khurshid also said that Rahul Gandhi is no less than Lord Ram, a statement that has drawn massive criticism from across the board. On that note, let's listen into another such reaction coming in, this one from the Bihar BJP chief, Sanjay Jaiswal, who says that it is a bizarre analogy of Salman Khurshid and that these statements are no way acceptable.
सलमान खुर्शीद मुस्लिम हैं, उन्हें तो हिंदू देवी देवताओं से कोई मतलब नहीं है और वह जानते हैं कि वह अगर अपने वाले से, अपने धर्म के किसी व्यक्ति से तुलना करेंगे तो वह भी सर तन के जुदा के हैसियत में पहुंच जाएंगे। अगर आप श्रद्धा किसी नेता के बारे में रखते तो आप अपने धर्म के किसी से तुलना करते ना। तो ये शुरू से कांग्रेस की यह एक साजिश रहती है कि हिंदू समाज का उपहास उड़ाने का, हिंदू धर्म का, हिंदू देवी देवताओं का इस तरह से उपहास करने का। और सलमान खुर्शीद राहुल गांधी को खुश करने के लिए हिंदू धर्म का मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं। अगर उनको किसी बड़े व्यक्ति से तुलना करिए, अपने धर्म से करें। आप जिस धर्म को मानते नहीं हो उस धर्म से क्यों तुलना कर रहे हो? लेकिन वह भी जानते हैं कि सर तन से जुदा के लिस्ट में वह शामिल हो जाएंगे और इसीलिए वह हमारे ईश्वर से वह तुलना कर रहे हैं।
So as you heard, these statements that were made by Salman Khurshid have not gone down well with leaders from across the board from several parties. In fact, we have a reaction coming in from JDU leader KC Tyagi. Let's listen into what he has to say on the statements made by Salman Khurshid.
भी व्यक्ति को कितना ही महत्वपूर्ण हो, कितने बड़े पद पे हो, उनको प्रॉफिट के साथ, उनको भगवान के साथ, उनको जीसस क्राइस्ट के साथ, गुरु गोविंद सिंह के साथ तुलना करना उनका अपमान है।
So as you heard there, the JDU leader also saying that Salman Khurshid should not have made such statements. BJP meanwhile saying that the Congress has hurt Hindu sentiments. In fact, the reactions coming in from the priests as well of the Ram Janmabhoomi temple, who said that the statements made by Salman Khurshid in which he drew this analogy comparing Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram has hurt the religious beliefs of the people. A reaction coming in from Pramod Tiwari as well of the Congress. Let's listen into what the Congress has to say on the remarks by the veteran Congress leader on Rahul Gandhi.
भाजपा का मान अपमान तो राजनीतिक होता है, कुछ समझी में नहीं आता वो चाहते क्या है। पहले जरा अपने मंत्री से पूछें जिनका नाम है श्री जितेंद्र सिंह, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के मंत्री हैं। राज्यसभा में मेरे सामने उन्होंने बयान दिया है कि राम सेतु के अस्तित्व के बारे में मैं सुनिश्चित रूप से कुछ नहीं कह सकता। यानी तो भगवान राम के अस्तित्व पे ही सवाल उठा रहे हैं और कहीं बाहर नहीं, सदन के अंदर। भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिसने भगवान राम को, यही फर्क है कांग्रेस और भाजपा में। कांग्रेस भगवान राम को आस्था, पूजा इबादत की तरह मानती है।
So while the Congress continues to brazen out the remarks that were made by Congress leader Salman Khurshid, JDU, BJP, even the temple priest speaking in the similar vein, demanding an apology from the Congress, saying that religious sentiments of people have been hurt after Salman Khurshid likened Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram. Let's once again listen into those statements that were made by the Congress leader.
वो जिस रफ्तार से चलते हैं, जितने दिन से वो चले हैं, जिस तरह से हमको उनके पीछे पीछे साथ साथ चलना पड़ रहा है, तो हम तो ये मानते हैं कि वो रियली ये मान के चलिए कि वो सुपर ह्यूमन है। हम इतने जैकेट कोट पहने हुए हैं, वो टी शर्ट में निकलते हैं। बताइए, हम ठुठुर रहे हैं ठंड में, वो टी शर्ट पहने निकल रहे हैं। एक योगी जैसी, जब उन्होंने कही दिया मैं तपस्या में हूँ, तो वो तपस्या कर रहे हैं। अब तपस्या के लिए एक योगी कहीं बैठ गया, किसी गुफा में बैठ गया एक योगी की तपस्या के लिए, तो आप इस बात की बात कह रहे हैं कि वो दूसरी गुफा में तो गए नहीं। ऐसा है। आप तो जानते हैं भगवान राम की खड़ाव बहुत दूर तक जाती है, तो कभी कभी खड़ाव लेकर भी चलना पड़ता है। हमेशा भगवान राम नहीं पहुंच पाते हैं, तो खड़ाव लेकर चलना पड़ता है। तो भरत उनकी खड़ाव लेकर चलते हैं, तो खड़ाव लेकर हम उत्तर प्रदेश में चले हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश में खड़ाव पहुंच गई है, तो राम जी भी पहुंचेंगे, ये हमारा विश्वास है।
So as you heard, Salman Khurshid there making such remarks where he drew this analogy comparing Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram, even went on to say that Rahul Gandhi is like a yogi who's out there on a tapasya. This, well, it did not end there. He even went on to mention how Rahul Gandhi is seen wearing those t-shirts while people are out there wearing those jackets in the freezing temperature, a statement that has drawn massive backlash and criticism from across the board, from the BJP to the JDU and even the temple priest demanding an apology and demanding that Salman Khurshid must retract those statements he had made in which he's likened Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram. A very short break. Coming up on the other side, we'll get you the latest on the probe into Tunisia Sharma's death case. And Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia visits Safdarjung Hospital, takes stock of the COVID mock drill.
Your favorite service provider, Den, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special. Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call Den toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
For how long will you continue being tensed about the future? Pension can free you from future's tension. With LIC's new Pension Plus, make your own pension plan because this plan creates market-linked wealth for your future. Moreover, this plan comes with guaranteed additions and also offers various options for receiving pension so that you grow young and tension-free. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels.
News in brief, actor Tunisia Sharma's last rites will be conducted today at around 3 p.m. Her body has already been handed over to the family post the post-mortem. Actor Sheezan Khan continued to change his statements during the police interrogation regarding Tunisia Sharma's death case. Inside details claim that he also broke down during the interrogation. The CPIM-led coalition convener EP Jayarajan is set to resign over allegations of graft charges. The allegation has been made by the leader P. Jayarajan. BJP wants ED to investigate the graft allegations on the CPIM leader. Meanwhile, Salman Khurshid declared Rahul Gandhi a superhuman for wearing t-shirts in winters and also likened him to Lord Ram, a statement that has drawn widespread criticism. BJP leader and Deputy Chief Minister of UP, Brajesh Pathak, condemned Congress leader Salman Khurshid's remarks for comparing Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram, adding that Rahul Gandhi's actions are complete opposite. Slipping into a very short break, coming up on the other side, amid rising COVID cases in neighbouring countries, mock drill is being held across the country to check COVID preparedness.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए।
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
Explored at a career office in KR-Puram, and it is also now being understood that this particular mixer grinder was delivered to a person, but the person returned stating that this has come from the wrong address as well. The SP of Hassan has also gone on to visit the spot, and a team of FSL sleuths have come in from Mysuru to go on and investigate the incident and to find out as to how this particular mixer has gone on to explode. The victim Shashi has gone on to sustain grievous injuries to his hand, chest as well as stomach too, and right now he's under medical treatment at a hospital in Hassan. The SP has also gone on to state that more details will be revealed, but he has also ruled out that this is not a blast at all because there was no sort of foreign particles, may it be ball bearings or else even nails for that matter, was not present at all, and it was only the grinder blades which had gone on to cause this particular injury to the victim Shashi is what is being understood. With video journalist Bhagat, Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic.
Slipping into a very short break, Congress leader Salman Khurshid sparks massive controversy, compares Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram, a statement that has drawn massive criticism.
mixer grinder has come to this DTDC career office at KR-Puram in Hassan, and then it was delivered to a person. This person has returned the mixer bag, stating that this has not come from the right address. The victim, Shashi, has switched on the mixer, at which point of time it has exploded.
Veteran Congress leader Salman Khurshid, in which he has likened Prabhu Ram with Rahul Gandhi.
Pakistan boat with 10 crew members carrying arms, ammunition and 40 kgs of narcotics worth 300 crore rupees has been intercepted off the Gujarat coast jointly by the Coast Guards.
छक्का नहीं टूटा। आपके टाइल्स को चाहिए MY के लेटिक्री टाइल एडेसिव। फॉर्मूला ऐसा कि अब टाइल न टूटेगा न छूटेगा।
एक दिन मैं सोते सोते गिर गया और मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ। पता है किसने किया? घोस्ट ने। मेरा दोस्त है, वो हर बार मुझे बचा लेता है। घोस्ट को कैसे पता मैं अंधेरे से डरता हूँ? घोस्ट मेरा दोस्त है। मिलोगे?
अरे कोई घोस्ट नहीं, रोनी के पापा ही हैं जो उसे सेफ रखते हैं। जैसे हैवल्स लाइफ शील्ड वायर्स जो दिखते नहीं पर घर को सेफ रखते हैं। ना आग पकड़े न जहरीली गैस छोड़े। वायर्स दैट डोंट कैच फायर।
सीमावादित गावांवर दावा सांगितला आहे आणि ज्या अर्थी महाराष्ट्र राज्य शासनाने दावा केलेली 865 गावे महाराष्ट्रात समाविष्ट व्हावी म्हणून महाराष्ट्र शासनाने केंद्र शासन व कर्नाटक राज्य शासन यांच्या विरुद्ध मान्य सर्वोच्च न्यायालयात दिनांक 29/3/2004 रोजी मूळ दावा क्रमांक 4/2004 दाखल केला आहे। मान्य सर्वोच्च न्यायालयात अंतरिम अर्ज क्रमांक IA 11/2014 वर सुनावणी अंतिम दिनांक 12 सप्टेंबर 2014 रोजी त्यातील पुरावे नोंदविण्यासाठी मान्य कोर्ट भूतपूर्व मुख्य न्यायाधीश जम्मू काश्मीर यांची नियुक्ती केली, परंतु सदर दिनांक 12 सप्टेंबर 2014 रोजी सुधारणा करावी या मागणीसह 2014 रोजी अंतरिम अर्ज क्रमांक IA 12/2014 मान्य सर्वोच्च न्यायालयात दाखल केला आहे। सदर कायदेशीर लढाई महाराष्ट्र शासन सर्व ताकदीने लढत आहे। महाराष्ट्राच्या बाजूने खटला चालवण्यासाठी
महाराष्ट्र गव्हर्नमेंट has been fighting over the same dispute with the full force.
व नामांकित विधिज्ञाची पॅनलवर नियुक्ती केली आहे आणि ज्या अर्थी सीमा भागातील प्रश्न सीमा भागातील लाखो प्रशासनाकडून वर्षानुवर्ष होणारे अन्याय मराठी भाषिकांना मिळत असलेली दुय्यम वागणूक
There is an injustice that has been happening since years with the Marathi-speaking people.
गंभीर होणे इतकेच नव्हे तर
also people have lost their lives. It is a very serious consideration that has also been taken by the government.
यांनाच कर्नाटक मध्ये प्रवेश करण्यास कर्नाटक प्रशासनाकडून बंदी घालणे मराठी भाषिकांनी
There are many of the times which has happened when the many people who went to the border and they were stopped and were not allowed to enter the border.
त्यांची आंदोलने
Also there was a lathi charge that happened.
वाहनांवर हल्ले करणे तेथील मराठी भाषिकांच्या जमिनी स्थानिक विकास प्राधिकरणाकरिता
Also there were several attempts that was made to grab the land of the Marathi people.
तसेच अल्पसंख्य आयोगाने व मान्य उच्च न्यायालयाने दिलेल्या मराठीसह दोन्ही भाषांमध्ये स्थानिक प्राधिकरणातील दिली जाणारी शासकीय सर्व कागदपत्रे आदेशाची अंमलबजावणी न करता
Well, from
स्थानिक मराठी
the Maharashtra
भाषिकांची
government, all
संख्या
the
कमी करण्यासाठी
documents
प्रयत्न
related to
करणे
the case has
इत्यादी
been
बाबी
submitted to the Supreme Court.
कर्नाटकातील स्थानिक प्रशासनाकडून जाणीवपूर्वक केली जात आहे. या सर्व बाबींवर केंद्र
Yet,
शासनाने
there is an
हस्तक्षेप
attempt
करण्यासाठी दिनांक
to
14 डिसेंबर
harangue all
2022
those
रोजी
documents
मान्य केंद्रीय
and the
गृहमंत्री
statement that has been
यांनी
made by the
नवी दिल्ली
government
येथे
of Karnataka.
कर्नाटकाचे मुख्यमंत्री आणि महाराष्ट्राचे मुख्यमंत्री व उपमुख्यमंत्री यांच्या बैठकीत दोन्ही राज्यांमध्ये समन्वय ठेवून मान्य
There
सर्वोच्च
was also a
न्यायालयाचा
meeting that happened
निकाल
between the Maharashtra
येईपर्यंत
Chief
वाद
Minister,
न
Karnataka Chief Minister and Maharashtra Deputy Chief
वाढविता
Minister.
शांतता ठेवण्याकरिता एकमत केले असताना देखील विपरीत
Over the dispute,
भूमिका
there was a
कर्नाटक
discussion
शासनाने
along
घेतलेली आहे.
the meeting that has
दरम्यान
happened,
कर्नाटक विधिमंडळाने
and both the
एकही
Chief Minister
इंच
from the
जमीन न
states
देण्याच्या
have agreed
दिनांक
to the
22
point that
डिसेंबर
has been
2022 रोजी
put
केलेल्या
forward.
ठरावामुळे सीमावादाला चिथावणी देण्याचे काम कर्नाटक सरकारकडून जाणीवपूर्वक केले जात असून कर्नाटक शासनाची
But we have been
भूमिका
seeing a several statement that has been coming from the Karnataka Chief Minister, which is purposely they have been doing
दोन
this
राज्यांमध्ये
to provoke the people.
कार्याचे वातावरण राहावे यासाठी महाराष्ट्राने अत्यंत
But we know that there
गंभीरपणे
should be a peaceful situation that has to be happening in both the states.
सर्व शक्तीनिशी याबाबतचा कायदेशीर लढा सनदशीर मार्गाने सुरू ठेवला आहे.
We know that there is a legal battle which has been going in the Supreme Court, and the Maharashtra government has been putting each and every point before the Supreme Court.
खेडे घटक भौगोलिक संलग्नता मराठी भाषिक लोकांची
There are around 865 villages in the border where the Marathi people, Marathi-speaking people have been staying there since years.
लोकेच्छा या तत्वांचा महाराष्ट्र राज्याने नेहमीच आदर केला आहे. त्या अनुषंगाने त्यांच्या
And over those villages, and specifically Marathi-speaking people, where the Maharashtra government has always respected the sentiments.
उपलब्ध करून दिल्या आहेत. त्यात मुख्यमंत्री सहायता निधीच्या लाभाबरोबरच अभियांत्रिकी वैद्यकीय शिक्षणाच्या प्रवेशासाठी विशेष सवलत भारतीय
Whether
प्रशासकीय
it is
सेवा
education or whether it is to be entry to the borders,
शिक्षणासाठी
all the arrangements that have already been made, but there are some of the
शासकीय
problems that have been created from the other side.
सहाय्य उपलब्ध करून देण्यात आले आहे. त्याअर्थी आता महाराष्ट्र विधानसभा याद्वारे कर्नाटक प्रशासनाच्या मराठी विरोधी प्रवृत्तीचा तीव्र शब्दात निषेध करण्याबरोबर
There are also some statement that has been put up in the Karnataka Assembly over the dispute which we condemn the statement that has been made in the Karnataka Assembly.
निपाणी बिदर भालकी या
निपाणी विदर्भ भालकी
या शहरांसह सर्वोच्च
along with this
न्यायालयातील
village
सर्व गावे त्या
and all these places which has been mentioned before the Supreme Court and mentioned in the documents as well.
65 गावांची इंच न इंच
In
जागा
total, 865 villages, the place that belongs to Marathi speaking people.
महाराष्ट्रात समाविष्ट करण्यासाठी आवश्यक तो सर्व कायदेशीर
And
पाठपुरावा
now it's
सर्वोच्च
very
न्यायालयात
important that them to know that this place and the land will not
मान्य
be given
सर्वोच्च
to
न्यायालयात
the other states.
प्रलंबित असलेल्या सीमावाद हा सनदशीर मार्गाने अत्यंत खंबीरपणे दृढ निश्चयाने व संपूर्ण ताकदीनिशी लढा देण्यात येईल.
And Maharashtra government has already assured that we are going to stand strong when it comes to the legal battle in the Supreme Court.
सर्वोच्च न्यायालयातील दाखल्यात सर्व गावे त्या व शहरे
The villages that have been mentioned in the application that has been filed in the
गावातील
Supreme Court,
मराठी भाषिक जनतेसोबत महाराष्ट्र
which is
शासन
in total
खंबीरपणे
865 of villages,
निराधाराने व सर्व
where the
ताकदीनिशी
Marathi people,
उभे राहील.
Marathi speaking people have been staying there since
सर्व
the
ताकदीनिशी
beginning,
उभे
in the
राहील.
start.
तसेच
And
याबाबत
we
केंद्र
assure that the
शासनाने
Maharashtra
मान्य
government
गृहमंत्री
stands
भारत
strong with
सरकार
those people.
यांच्या बैठकीत झालेल्या निर्णयाची अंमलबजावणी करण्याचा आग्रह कर्नाटक शासनाकडे धरावा. तसेच सीमा भागातील मराठी जनतेच्या सुरक्षिततेची हमी घेण्याबाबत सरकारला समज देण्यात यावी.
It is also important the provocation statement that has been made by the other government. So we request even Maharashtra government to send someone to those who have given such a provocation statement.
अनुकूल असतील त्यांनी होय म्हणावे, प्रतिकूल असतील त्यांनी नाही म्हणावे. होयचे एकमत आहे, होयचे एकमत आहे, ठराव संमत झाला.
Majority of
ठराव
people
एकमताने संमत झाला.
Yes. So the resolution in the assembly that has been put forward by the Maharashtra government has been passed.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, सन्मान्य मुख्यमंत्री महोदय,
आपला ठराव आपण सीमा भागातील मराठी भाषिकांच्या पाठी उभे राहिलो, सर्वांनी एकमताने या ठरावाला पाठिंबा
I
दिला.
am glad that all the people present in the assembly has given their positive response over the border dispute.
आभारही मानतो. अध्यक्ष
And I am really grateful for their support.
हे सीमावाद जो आहे महाराष्ट्र कर्नाटक, खरं म्हणजे आपण खूप बोलले, म्हणजे नाही, मी फक्त पार्श्वभूमी थोडक्यात सांगतो. भुजबळ साहेब
Talking about Maharashtra-Karnataka border dispute.
आणि यामध्ये तुम्ही साक्षीदार आहात त्याचे, तुम्ही साक्षीदार आहात, मी साक्षीदार आहे. अगदी सुरुवातीपासून दादा
Me and everyone present in the assembly is the evidence of what are the stand that has been taken when it comes to the legal battle.
म्हणजे उदाहरण वाचून दाखवतो. यामध्ये खरं म्हणजे त्यावेळेस
To be very true, at that point of time,
यशवंतराव चव्हाण मुख्यमंत्री होते.
when Ashok Chauhan was the chief minister of Maharashtra,
त्यांनी देखील ठराव केला.
even at that time, he has taken the
ठराव
resolution.
करत असताना यामध्ये त्यावेळेस देखील राजकीय इच्छाशक्ती, जेव्हा केंद्रात देखील काँग्रेसचं सरकार होतं, महाराष्ट्रात देखील काँग्रेसचं सरकार होतं, कर्नाटकमध्ये देखील काँग्रेसचं सरकार. अशोकराव, जे वस्तुस्थिती आहे ती मी सांगतो. आणि पृथ्वीराज बाबा
I am just stating the situation which happened back then when Congress was in center, was the government in center, as well as in Maharashtra, as well as in Karnataka.
नाही, तुम्ही बाहेर बोलले ना. अरे भुजबळ साहेब,
सभागृहाचे धन्यवाद मानतायत, सभागृहाचे धन्यवाद मानतायत, आभार मानतायत, एकमताने पारित झालंय.
या ओ दादा, दादा ऐका, मी काय तुमच्यावर टीका करत नाही. अध्यक्ष महोदय, अध्यक्ष,
I'm not making any target on anyone.
मी दादा टीका करत नाही. एक मिनिट. अध्यक्ष महोदय, यामध्ये मी एवढं देतो आरोप प्रत्यारोप करण्यापेक्षा आपण सगळ्यांनी
We are not playing a blame game here.
मराठी बांधवांच्या
मुख्यमंत्र्यांचं But it's high time for us to stand strong with Marathi speaking people when it comes to the border dispute.
देतो नाही. बघा, महत्वपूर्ण ठराव आहे, महाराष्ट्रासाठी अत्यंत महत्वाचा ठराव आहे. हे योग्य नाही. बसा तुम्ही, हे योग्य नाही. बसा, तुम्हाला संधी देतो, बसा. तुम्ही बसा.
बोलत नाही मी.
तुम्ही बसा.
काय देतो आपण ते तर बोलू.
नाही, सीमावादा विषयाचा ठराव आहे, तुम्ही बसा.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, सन्माननीय मुख्यमंत्री धन्यवाद देत आहेत आणि सीमा भागातील वासियांकरता आपण काय काय करणार आहोत आणि करतो एवढंच फक्त रेकॉर्डवर
So here is the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde who has been showing his gratitude to the people and been talking also about the precautions that will be taken over the border dispute. But we don't know what is the reason where they have been targeting.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, यामध्ये अरे दादा आभार मानतोय, मानले. आता त्यांच्यासाठी काय करतोय ते सांगतो ना.
ऐकू दे.
I've already been grateful, but I need to even talk about what the steps will be even taken.
अध्यक्ष महोदय,
अहो, ते आभार मानतायत, सभागृहाचे आभार मानतायत.
यामध्ये अध्यक्ष महोदय, अरे काँग्रेस नाही करत आता, चला. अध्यक्ष महोदय, यामध्ये ज्या सीमा
बरोबर नाही. महाराष्ट्रासाठी अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण ठराव आहे.
त्यांना अरे बाबा हे काय
बघा आपण एकमताने हा पारित करायला केला आहे.
बसा बसा यामध्ये
बरोबर नाही, हे बरोबर नाही. बसून घ्या,
महाराष्ट्र
बसून घ्या, बसून घ्या, आधी बसून घ्या.
ज्या व्यक्तींनी बलिदान दिलं त्या व्यक्तींना हुतात्मा म्हणून घोषित करण्यात आपण आलं आणि त्यांच्या एका जवळच्या नातेवाईकास स्वातंत्र्य सैनिकाप्रमाणे दरमहा 10,000 रुपये निवृत्ती वेतन देखील देण्याचा निर्णय आपण घेतलेला आहे आणि वार्षिक प्रवास भत्ता 500 रुपये आणि प्रवास भत्तावर रुपये 5,000 वार्षिक तात्कालिक कारणास्तव मदत देण्यात येते. ती मदत
There will be also help that is to be provided to the Marathi speaking
दर
people.
महिन्याला हे चांगलं नाही का? 20,000 रुपये 1/11/2.
All right, viewers, there we see the Maharashtra-Karnataka border dispute. On that, the Chief Minister has moved the resolution in the State Assembly today, just a short while back. And I just want to go across to Prajwal, who's joining us live as well. Prajwal, a very, very good afternoon to you. Just take us through exactly what this means, because we knew that that this would happen. Maharashtra-Karnataka border dispute is something which has been raging on for decades. What does this resolution really mean at this point of time? All right. I'll come back to you, Prajwal. We're getting a problem with your audio line. We'll just come back to you after that is fixed. Now, we know that right now that the Maharashtra CM has clearly said this border dispute is 6 decades old and previous government lacked the political will. We should unitedly stand with Marathi-speaking population in the border villages. And so these are the statements which have been made right now. And also saying that 856 villages at the border want to merge with Maharashtra. And Maharashtra has stood with the aspiration of these villages. So very strong statements coming there from the Chief Minister. Let's go back to Prajwal. Prajwal, take us through what this really means right now. Prajwal, like I was asking you if you can hear me, take us through what this really means at this point of time.
So now looking at the resolution which has already been passed now in the Maharashtra Assembly, we get to understand about all these 865 villages which are part of Karnataka had in fact stated that they want to merge with Maharashtra. But over there also you need to clearly go on and understand that they are going on and stating that they are with the Marathi speaking people in Karnataka, and if there is any sort of atrocities towards them, then we will start thinking about it. So it is still not final and definite over there. So that is something which is quite crucial. But on the other hand, we are also waiting for Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai over here, who will be arriving shortly at the Suvarna Sauda to go on and take in a reaction from the Chief Minister here, because the Karnataka government is clearly going on and stating, even as we are speaking, we can see the Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, who is coming here after his short trip in Delhi, after he met the Home Minister Amit Shah here, and we are also seeing Mr. Govind Karjol, another cabinet minister who's actually in fact present there. So we will have to wait, go in and wait for the reaction of the Chief Minister of Karnataka here in this particular regard about the resolution which has been passed in the Maharashtra Assembly, even as we are going on and speaking here. And one more important thing over here is the fact that the Karnataka Chief Minister had also gone on to clearly mention that there should be no sort of provocative statements that should be issued by the leaders here in Karnataka, because it is clearly being, it is clearly being mentioned as to what exactly has happened. So we'll have to wait, but the Chief Minister is heading out to the assembly proceedings, and now we will have to wait for this particular reaction, because he's also being briefed now exactly as to what happened in some time. So we will have to wait for the official reaction of the Chief Minister of Karnataka shortly in some time now, because he is also going on to address the assembly now. So we will wait for these developments as to what exactly is happening in the Karnataka Assembly too, and it is expected that the Chief Minister will address about this issue in the ongoing Assembly elections. Over to you in the studio.
Right. So we'll be waiting for that reaction coming in from the Chief Minister in Karnataka as well. Bommai is at the spot where Prajwal is. We'll be waiting for that. Let's go straight across to also Alisha. Alisha, now this is coming in. The statement by CM Shinde comes in a day after Shinde's ex-party colleague Uddhav Thackeray suggested that the contested area should be brought under central rule till the issue is resolved in the Supreme Court. So we're seeing a very strong statement there coming in from CM Shinde.
Well, yes, Shivani, because we know it's been since 6 days of the assembly, and we have been continuously seeing that the opposition parties have been making this issue, and they have been protesting against the statement that has been given by Karnataka Chief Minister. But today, where the Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, along with Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who has tabled the resolution over the Karnataka-Maharashtra border, and clearly mentioned that Maharashtra government will stand strong with the Marathi-speaking people, and when it comes to the village, because it's 865 villages that wants to be merged with Maharashtra, after which enormously where the resolution has been passed, and even Chief Minister make it very clear that the 865 villages who want to get merged with Maharashtra, that in full force, where the Maharashtra government is going to work on it. Not only this, but they are going to fight strong when it comes to the legal battle in the Supreme Court.
Right. And you know, Alisha, what is very, very important here, if you could tell our viewers, what can we expect next right now? Maharashtra has claimed 865 villages since inception. May 2016, it claimed 865 villages, including Belgavi, where exactly Prajwal is right now. And that should be merged into state. However, Karnataka has refused to part with its territory. So the kind of statement which is being made right now, we have to wait and watch also, Alisha, that what will Karnataka CM say on this, isn't it?
Well, of course, because even a resolution that has also been passed in the Karnataka Assembly, if Prajwal can even, give an information about it. But yes, when it comes to the Maharashtra Assembly, Chief Minister had made it very clear that 865 villages want to get in merged with Maharashtra, and that is where they're going to stand strong. Right after this, where the resolution has already been passed in the Assembly, there will be a committee which is going to be formed, as what I have been informed, and this is this information, and specifically over the committee. There are several meetings that has also been happening in Mantralaya, which is in the government office specifically. So now they were just waiting for a resolution, because we even heard Uddhav Thackeray, who was also mentioning about that this boundary that Belgavi should be declared as a union territory till the time Supreme Court does not give its verdict. But yes, here's the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde gave it a very much clear answer in the Assembly, mentioning about it that the villages that it wanted to be merged with Maharashtra, that is something where the Maharashtra government is going to work on it. Not only this, but they are going to stand strong when it comes to the legal battle in the Supreme Court. Also, he also mentioned that there are many of the atrocities that has been happened with the Marathi-speaking people. It has been very much, it's been very much a trouble that they have been went through, which is why the Maharashtra government now stand very strong with them, and there will be some of the money and the financial help that has also been given by the Maharashtra government to the border, to the people who have been staying in border.
All right, Prajwal, I just want to come to you. Prajwal, let's go to you right now, because we are really hoping that the Karnataka CM Bommai will also speak on this. And a short while back, just 2 weeks ago, Prajwal, if you're there with us.
Bhajan Commission was constituted in the year 1966. It gave a report in 1967. It is accepted by both the government, Karnataka government has welcomed it.
Sir, Maharashtra Chief Minister is still maintaining that there are provocative statements that is being given by the Karnataka leaders, and hence they had to pass this resolution.
The government should take stern action against the BJP people.
So ours was a status quo kind of a resolution. Do you think theirs is more of a provocatory resolution, saying that we will take...
They are always provocating Kannadigas, the BJP people, because they have no right over any piece of land belonging to Karnataka.
So will this be proposed in the assembly again now? Because after these...
Why? You have already passed a resolution. Unanimous resolution was passed already. There is no point in going back.
Right. So that was the leader of opposition. That was the leader of opposition, clearly going on and giving in a reaction. No other option, there is absolutely no other chance, or there is no other done in the Karnataka Assembly.
All right, so getting these top reactions coming in, Alisha, I just want to come back to you right now. Now we are seeing that this entire issue snowballing at this point of time, the border house snowballing. And Alisha, I just want a little input from you, because there was a meeting that Amit Shah was in. On that issue, Amit Shah was there. There was Karnataka CM, there was Maharashtra CM, and in fact, there was a resolution kind of being made right now. Back then, there was a resolution made. Amit Shah told everybody that keeping a positive approach, the chief ministers of both Karnataka and Maharashtra have agreed that a resolution should be reached in a constitutional manner. But where are things standing right now? Because they're waiting, what will the Karnataka CM also say on this?
Well, yes, as you rightly pointed out, there was a meeting that happened with the Union Home Minister right after this matter has been continuously escalating, because what we have been seeing that the weather from the Maharashtra side or whether from the Karnataka side, the people were really getting very much aggressive when it comes to the border dispute. After which, whether it is Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and Karnataka Chief Minister Bamai, who went to have a meeting one-on-one with Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and we even heard Amit Shah clearly mentioning that there are some of the points that has been raised, whether from the Maharashtra side or whether from the Karnataka side, but he also urged people to maintain the law and order of the state. So this is where, but we have been continuously seeing a provocative statement, and also that has been mentioned by the Maharashtra Chief Minister in the Maharashtra Assembly today, where he said that many of the provocative statements that has been made by Chief Minister, after which we have been table this resolution so that they could be the law and order situation, they can maintain the law and order situation in the state. Not only this, but 865, because there has been survey that has been made, that has been carried out, and in that survey it has came to a light that 865 villages wanted to merge with Maharashtra, and right after that, now the statement that has been coming from Chief Minister clearly mentioning that we are going to merge that with Maharashtra, which also include Belgaum, Nipani and the other villages which are connected to Maharashtra, and there are been people, Marathi speaking people, who have been staying there since years, and now after which the resolution that has been passed, there could be a committee that is to be formed, because it's very important to know now what will be the next step from the Maharashtra government, because the statement has been made, and we even saw the opposition leader which has also been given support to the resolution, because there was a continuously demand over the dispute, over the statement that should be come from the Maharashtra government over the border dispute, because the people who have been agitating, we even saw there are the Marathi people who have been trying to enter the border, but they will stop, whether from the police or the other people from the Karnataka, and the same.
A resolution stating that 865 villages belong to Maharashtra, but they are actually in Karnataka. What do you have to say in this regard?
See, as far as of the thing goes, we follow the Mahajan report here, and since the whole issue is in Supreme Court, I don't know why during assembly election time only this kind of questions or this kind of issues are again taken on the board. And since 865 villages, you are saying now, I'm not aware of that since I was in the assembly. But obviously it's not a good resolution. Our villages, our boundaries which belong to Karnataka state has to be with the state only. And we together, along with the government, will fight it out. But there is no question of passing such a resolution when the thing is subjudized. The matter is already in the Supreme Court. We'll wait for the result to come. Till then, I don't think any government should pass such kind of resolution on this issue.
So therein going ahead and getting in a reaction from from the MLA Anjali Nimbalkar, who's the local MLA here, out clearly going on and mentioning the Khanapur MLA, stating that there should be no sort of provocative statements that should come in.
Right. Prajwal, if you can hear me, Prajwal, are you there with us? I think you're there with us. We're getting exclusive footage as well. And Prajwal, it is very, very interesting because we have been speaking to many people. You just spoke a short while back to the leader of opposition and the former Karnataka CM, Siddaramaiah. What did he exactly say at this point of time? We're getting multiple reactions coming in. Just take us through all the reactions you're getting for us from Belgavi in Karnataka.
So now the leader of the opposition, Siddaramaiah, has clearly gone on to state that these are based. Right. The leader of the opposition, Siddaramaiah, has clearly gone on to state that these are mainly provocative statements that is mainly being made by Eknath Shinde, the Maharashtra Chief Minister. And one needs to understand that Karnataka is maintaining status quo, mainly in following the Mahajan report as well. But all this and much more on the other side of the short break on Republic. Stay tuned.
Uncontrolled diabetes can lead to long-term complications and damage your heart, eyes, kidney and nerves if remains untreated.
With Beto's Diabetes Care Program, get online doctor consultation, all your prescribed medicines and a dietitian consultation. Get a free glucometer and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care Program. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
ये सामने फ्यूल पंप है, वहाँ से ले लें।
जी सर, फ्यूल तो पिछले पंप में भी मिल जाता। इंडियन ऑयल में ऐसा क्या है?
कुछ है स्पेशल, खुद ही देख लेना।
स्पेशल?
अरे इंडियन ऑयल की तो बात ही कुछ और है।
जरा देखिए, फ्यूल तो बराबर डाल रहे हैं ना?
अरे यहाँ कंप्लीट ऑटोमेशन है, मतलब प्योर और पूरा दोनों ही। इन सेंट्रली मॉनिटर्ड मशीन्स की एक-एक रीडिंग का हिसाब है यहाँ पर। क्या हुआ?
सर बिल।
हाँ बिल। ओके।
वाह सर।
क्या था ना? इंडियन ऑयल की बात ही कुछ और है। इंडियन ऑयल, पहले इंडियन, फिर ऑयल।
Ladies and gentlemen, you expected the puzzle, but for a long person, this is not a game. Explain it to us, detective. Everyone is in danger.
All right, when's the murder mystery start?
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
All right, viewers, we are live and breaking, and much more details are coming in as the investigation continues of the Tunisia death probe. Now, sources are telling us that Tunisia's friend has been called for investigation. So we're getting multiple details coming in, and we can also tell you, viewers, a short while back, Sheezan confessed in Tunisia death case as well. He had said that he made a huge confessions in the death case. He said, and the actor Sheezan confessed that they broke up because both his and Tunisia's family did not agree to their marriage. But right now, we're getting some more details coming in where Tunisia's friend has been called in for investigation as we get you all the details of the Tunisia death probe. It's also been learned that the police will record the statements of the members of both families. And so far, 17 statements have been recorded by the police and more people are likely to be summoned in the case as well, viewers. All right, let's go straight to Sandeep. Sandeep, you know that many people's statements are being recorded right now. Getting the latest and tell us more about this. There is a friend of Tunisia who has been called in for investigation. Any more information on who this friend is?
See, at this point of time, at around 17 people's statement have been recorded, and all the close friend and associated people to Tunisia and Sheezan, their statement and their testimony is in fact very much important. And for the same reason, the close friends of Tunisia, at this point of time, it is very difficult to, tell their names. But at this point of time, what we are getting to know, only close friend is being called. But yes, the co-workers of Tunisia and Sheezan are in fact called at Walif police. Their statement is being recorded. Apart from that, the girlfriend who Sheezan was in fact dating, the secret girlfriend, that is what police says. That women is also being called by Walif police. Remember, their testimonies will be very much important at this point of time. But very soon now, from here where I am standing, this is the Indraprasth Society. This is the Indraprasth Society wherein Tunisia used to reside on the 18th floor. She used to reside alone at this high-rise building, and in fact, the family members will be leaving. The family members will be leaving to take the mortal remains. And remember, today is the final rites. The final rites, the funeral will take place today. And in fact, we also spoke to her mother. She mentions that she is very pained, and in fact, she fainted yesterday. She fainted yesterday when she first saw, the face of her late daughter, Tunisia, at JJ Hospital, wherein she went in to receive her body from JJ Hospital. Now, Tunisia's mortal remains are at Temba Hospital, located in Mira Road, and very soon from now, the family members will be leaving from here to the Temba Hospital, and then her mortal remains will be brought here for final prayers, in fact, here, and then they will be moving from here to the nearby crematorium for the final rites. Shwangi.
Right, and we're getting some more details as well, where we are learning that Sheezan is constantly changing his statements. We are learning that the serial set where Tunisia was working in, that has been videographed as well, and the sealing of that set will also happen after the videography. Take us through all the details we're learning on that front as well, Sandeep.
See, Shivangi, when you talk about the investigation, and as far as we have spoken to our sources and police, they have informed us that during the interrogation yesterday, when the lady officer tried interrogating him, he suddenly started crying before them, and he is constantly changing the statement. On one hand, he gives the reason of breakup with Tunisia. He says that, there was an age difference. That's why he never wanted to keep a relationship. Apart from that, another statement that he brings up and comes up with, he says that, the family members of Tunisia and Sheezan were against this relationship, and hence he broke up. Although police is also trying to investigate what did really happen when Tunisia in fact committed suicide. Before committing suicide, just 15 minutes before, she had lunch together. She had lunch together with Sheezan Khan in the makeup room. Now Sheezan is giving different statement. He says that Tunisia was not having her lunch, so he was trying to convince her to have lunch together. And in fact, later on, he went for his shot. But when he was doing his shot, at that point of time, just after 15 minutes of lunch, he committed suicide. He says that he is clueless. Why did this happen? Shivangi.
Right. And also, Republic TV has spoken to the assistant director of that serial to get more details regarding the relationship that she shared with her co-actor Sheezan Mohammad Khan. And they have said, the assistant director has said, if you could tell a little bit more about this, she used to always look happy. She always had a smile on her face. However, since last few days, she was talking very less. So that really shows that there was something wrong.
See, indeed, yes, the associates who were in fact working with Tunisia had experienced the change in the body language that Tunisia earlier had. Remember, Tunisia was very, very happy-go-lucky person, and in fact, all of a sudden, since last week, before she committed suicide, she was very, very tense and depressed, and that is what is being said by her mother as well. She mentions that Tunisia was a very happy person, but since she got into a relationship, Sheezan used her, and in fact she also goes on to saying that Sheezan in fact was dating several other women as well at the same point of time, and in fact Tunisia cannot bear this, and in fact that is the only reason that Tunisia committed suicide. That's what the mother of Tunisia Sharma is saying.
Right, and let's play out that conversation as well. We have spoken, Republic has spoken to the assistant director of that serial, where clearly that he is saying never thought she would commit suicide, do not know what really happened. These are some statements being made by the assistant director of that serial where Tunisia was working in. Let's play out that conversation.
हम हमेशा खुश रहती थी, हैप्पी मूड में रहती थी हमेशा, बट जैसे कि अभी काफ़ी टाइम से कुछ पता नहीं चल पा रहा था कि मतलब उनके मन में भी ऐसा कुछ चल सकता है क्या, इतना कुछ आइडिया नहीं था मुझे, क्योंकि काफ़ी हमेशा जब भी उनको देखा स्माइली देखा था, लेकिन अभी कुछ रिसेंटली डेज़ में मतलब जैसे कि मुझसे पहले एकदम हंस के और एकदम खुशी से बात करती थी, अभी कुछ डेज़ में वो एकदम काम से काम अदरवाइज़ बात नहीं कर रही थी ज़्यादा, मतलब जितना काम उतनी बात थी उनकी, ज़्यादा कुछ बात नहीं कर रही थी।
मतलब आमतौर पे कैसा होता है कि जो एक्टर होते हैं थोड़ा स्टेटस मेंटेन करते हैं, थोड़ा सा वो एक एटीट्यूड दिखाते हैं, क्या
वही लगा था मुझे कि जैसे कि एटीट्यूड में है अभी तो, बट बाद में उभर के आई ना वो चीज़ उनकी डेथ के बाद में कि शायद वो एटीट्यूड नहीं था,
वो कुछ और था, कुछ और स्ट्रेस था, तनाव था उनको।
जी।
ये तनाव किस बात का हो सकता है, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से जो उनकी मदर है, तुनिशा की माँ है, वो तो खुल के कह रही हैं, उनके परिवार के लोग कह रहे हैं कि वो रिलेशनशिप में थी और उनको शेज़ान ने धोखा दिया। तो शेज़ान के बारे में ज़रूर पूछूंगी मैं कि दोनों के कनेक्शंस कैसे थे, दोनों का आपस में कोऑर्डिनेशन कैसा था, बातचीत कैसी थी?
काफ़ी अटैचमेंट था उन दोनों में, मतलब कि वो रूम्स अलग अलग होते थे प्रोडक्शन की तरफ से दोनों के, बट वो दोनों एक ही रूम में रहते थे और अंदर से हमेशा लॉक्ड रहता था अक्सर रूम, और एज अ असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर तो मेरा काम होता था उन लोग को बुलाने जाने के लिए, जैसे कि सेट पे अगर चाहिए आर्टिस्ट तो मुझे बुलाने जाना होता था, तो अक्सर उनका लॉक्ड ही मिलता था रूम। और काफ़ी हद तक शेज़ान मुझ पे कई बार पे चिढ़ भी गए थे कि मतलब बार बार आ रही है, तो ऐसा चिढ़ जाते थे, जबकि मैं हाथ नहीं जाती थी, 5 या 10 मिनट के गैप पे जाती थी मैं, तो भी मुझसे चिढ़ जाते थे वो।
यानी कि आपका काम था दोनों को बुला करके सेट पर लेकर के आना, इससे शेज़ान चिढ़ते थे, चिढ़ने की वजह क्या थी?
वो तो मैं नहीं बोल सकती, बट वो चिढ़ जाते थे मुझसे, आई डोंट नो क्यों चिढ़ते थे,
मतलब कि आपने डिस्टर्ब कर दिया इसलिए
शायद।
कभी ऐसा लगा दोनों का, चूंकि एज गैप था, वो 28 साल के थे और तुनिशा काफ़ी कम एज की थी, तो इस एज गैप का फैक्टर भी दिखता था क्या आपको, या दोनों के बिहेवियर में सबसे ज़्यादा सीरियस कौन लगता था रिलेशनशिप को लेकर?
वो चीज़ नहीं बोल सकते क्योंकि वो पर्सनल था, जैसे कि सीरियस है या नहीं है वो अंदाज़ा नहीं लगा सकते, क्योंकि प्यार के अंदर ये नहीं दिखता कि कौन ज़्यादा क्या है, सबका अलग अलग नेचर होता है।
तुनिशा का किस तरह से अट्रैक्शन था शेज़ान को लेकर के?
काफ़ी ज़्यादा ही अटैचमेंट था, मतलब अगर जिस दिन सेट पे नहीं भी आते थे तो वीडियो कॉल चलते रहती थी कंटिन्यू उन लोग की। जी।
आपको पूरे केस को देखकर ऐसा लगता है क्या कि तुनिशा जैसी लड़की सुसाइड कर सकती है? क्योंकि पुलिस तो अब अलग अलग एंगल पे छानबीन कर रही है, सबसे पूछताछ कर रही है, सेट पर मौजूद लोगों से भी कर रही है और जो दोस्त हैं उनकी उनसे भी पूछताछ कर रही है। आपको क्या लगता है पूरी घटना को देख करके, पूरा जो दोनों का रिलेशनशिप रहा है उसको देख कर?
लगता नहीं है कि तुनिशा कभी ऐसे सुसाइड कर सकती थी, बिकॉज एकदम हमेशा हैप्पी मूड में रहने वाली लड़की ऐसा कर जाएगी किसी को अंदाज़ा नहीं था।
All right, viewers, we heard that soundbite as well, that conversation with the assistant director of the serial. And Suesha is also joining us live from the Delhi newsroom. Suesha, you know, we are seeing that multiple versions are coming out in this case. And just in a short while, around 3 p.m., we also know that Tunisia Sharma's last rites will be held.
Oh yes, and like we know that this news came as an utter shock to all those who knew her, to all those who had worked with her, to the industry by and large, because everyone saying that she had a very bright future ahead. She was a very, very promising girl, all of 20 years of age, in a relationship, and so distressed that it led to such a tragic end for Tunisia. Never had anyone imagined that she would actually commit a step so big. Now, Shivangi, we have been talking to a lot of people who knew her, both professionally and personally, and they say that you know, the whole depression theory that is being pushed, signs of the fact that she was depressed or depressed to the level that she could commit something so big, was something that could not be seen. However, the focus is now on the investigation and every single angle that is being covered, because we understand that the entire set where she was shooting with Sheezan has been videographed. We understand that the clothes she was wearing on that particular day have been sent for forensics. Even the mobile of both Sheezan and Tunisia, where they are dissecting through every chat, every call log, every detail that will put forth details of what exactly was happening between Sheezan and Tunisia during this time. Because remember that 15-minute mystery, that is the biggest question at this time. 3 p.m. she was having lunch with him. 3:15 she committed suicide. What exactly was discussed between the two? Now Sheezan is being interrogated. We understand how his family has also put out a statement saying that they are not ready to speak at this time, but they are also being questioned with what all they knew, and they are also trying to get in touch with Sheezan, but that is not happening given the gravity of the case and how every angle is being looked into. A very crucial time when the police is catching hold of every point of evidence that they can, even in terms of speaking to those around them. Because remember, Tunisia's mother has claimed that it is Sheezan who is wholly and solely responsible for Tunisia committing suicide, and he was older, he should have been wiser, he always tortured her, he kept her under stress, he was also dating other girls, and he was never serious about the relationship, and that always bothered Tunisia. So in the light of all these claims that are being made by Tunisia's family, of course Sheezan is being questioned. Now Tunisia's last rites will be performed today, and we will see a lot of the TV industry and those who knew her will also be a part of it. But yes, these are the latest details that are coming in, Shivangi, as a focus now on a breakthrough in the investigation and what really comes out of how far Sheezan is responsible.
Absolutely, Suesha is getting us all the details, and I just want to go across to Sandeep as well, who's tracking the story very closely for us. Sandeep, any details you're picking up right now? Because you know, the preparations must be on. It's almost 1:45 right now. 3 p.m. are the last rites of Tunisia Sharma, and it will happen at around the Mira Road cremation ground. So the last rites will begin from 3 p.m. onwards at the Mira Road cremation ground. That's what we're learning so far.
So yes, Shivangi, the preparation is in fact on, and in fact anytime soon would request my VJ to go out there. The preparations are underway at this point of time, and we'll try to give you some visuals from the hospital. The family members are seen. The family members are seen near the ambulance, and this is the very ambulance wherein the mortal remains of Tunisia will be in fact carried today, and now this ambulance will be leaving from this place to Temba Hospital, where her mortal remains are there, and from there it will be brought here back, and in fact after the final prayers here at Indraprasth Society, then the family members will be moving up there for Mira Road cremation ground. So yeah, it is a very tough time for the family as well. Remember the way Tunisia, who got everything, who was a hard-working actress, in fact got such a fame in a very, 20 years, a very young age, in fact. And at this age, she took this kind of step. So family is also in a mental trauma. In fact, we spoke to the family members also in the past as well. Now they are very much into trauma. They cannot bear this pain as well, Shivangi. In fact, when we go through with the investigation point of view, the mobile phone of Tunisia is locked, and as it being an Apple phone, the phone cannot be, looked into it, or anything can be done with that because it is in the lock mode. So the only option that police have at this point of time is Sheezan's mobile phone, and in fact, Sheezan's phone has been, in fact, the WhatsApp data has been extracted, the messages that he deleted, the people that he was, in fact, speaking to several times. All of them will be, in fact, summoned, and their statement will be taken. And, in fact, several crucial details will emerge in upcoming days in this case, Shivangi.
All right, thank you so much for joining us here, Sandeep, and of course Swesha as well, who are getting us top updates. Around 3 p.m. the last rites of Tunisia Sharma will begin, and this will happen at the Mira Road cremation ground. And viewers, we are continuing the story and tracking all developments in the Tunisia death probe. We're getting to know multiple versions are coming out. Also, we are knowing that Sheezan is constantly changing his statements. We're coming to know that the mother is saying that Sheezan is the reason why her daughter is not alive today. She's no more today. But Sheezan is saying that there were other reasons why that death could have happened of Tunisia. So multiple reasons coming out. And the last rites of Tunisia Sharma will be held very, very soon, around 3 p.m. We'll be tracking all those developments here on Republic TV and get to the latest as the probe of Tunisia death case continues. On that note, viewers, it's time for a very short break. We continue to be live and breaking. Congress leader Salman Khurshid now sparks a controversy, compares Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. Amid rising COVID cases in neighboring countries, mock drills held across India to check COVID readiness. Stay tuned.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special. Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
Yeah, Ajay, look at your dad. Will we be the same at his age?
Absolutely yes, if we plan our future like him.
How?
My father had invested in LIC's Jeevan Akshay, which gives immediate and guaranteed annuity at regular intervals, that too for life.
Wow. But do we have to wait until his age?
Absolutely not. We recently invested in LIC's new Jeevan Shanti, which gives deferred annuity, which means regular income after some years.
I see.
LIC's annuity plans give 10 annuity options and flexibility in receiving regular income. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
Viewers, we continue getting you all the updates in the Tunisia Sharma death probe right now, and we're getting multiple updates coming in, and we'll get to everything once we get to know it first. In fact, Republic TV is getting you every angle on the story. Now, what we know so far is that multiple statements are coming out. The mother of Tunisia's mother, saying that Sheezan was having an affair with somebody else, while Sheezan changing his statements constantly. Remember that Sheezan is right now in police custody, and we're getting you all the top details. In fact, we're learning some more updates are coming in that actor Parth has been called into the police station for questioning as well, and we are learning that he did not answer any media questions. So these are the top updates coming in right now. At the same time, we know that very soon around 3 p.m. the last rites of the late actress will be held. This will happen on the Mira Road cremation ground. The co-actor Parth has also been called for questioning, and he has not answered any questions which has been posed by the media. In fact, more than 17 people have been called in for questioning in total so far. Actor Parth also called in for interrogation and questioning and quizzing in this case as well. So with multiple updates coming in right now, viewers, on Republic TV, as Sheezan is right now in police custody. He's being interrogated himself. There are multiple statements from him as well coming out which are contradictory. Let's go back to Swesha as well. Swesha is joining us from the Delhi newsroom. Swesha, we know that many people have been called for questioning, whether it be the co-workers of Tunisia, whether it be the assistant director. Many of you have spoken to them. In fact, one-on-one, Republic TV has spoken to them. Now, actor Parth has been called in for questioning as well and quizzing as well, Swesha. So right now, the police really trying to understand what really happened, piecing together, what happened and piecing together the pieces of the puzzle while they are talking to many people who were associated with Tunisia, isn't it, Swesha?
Oh yes, and the leads in this case are extremely important, Shivangi, because let's also understand that there are a bunch of people who were working with Tunisia and Sheezan, but they also say that they were not privy to the personal details. Of course, nobody had expected this sort of an end. And for most of the voices that are coming in until now, as Republic has been trying to reach out to as many people who could have inside details, say that to really say that Tunisia was probably depressed or she was under some sort of a mental state was difficult to say, because she was mostly a happy-go-lucky girl. She was a very bright girl, very good at her work, had been working from a younger age, so she exactly understood her professional responsibilities, and they didn't really or couldn't really preempt that this was going on the inside. And which is why Republic is tracking down every single person who is now being called by the police. On what pretext? What is it that the person knew? Were they aware of the details of the relationship between Tunisia and Sheezan? What exactly was it like? Because some of the professional contacts who were working with them say that they were fine on the sets. But what really was being discussed on the inside, we don't know. This is Parth Zuchi, of course, who has been called by the Wali police station. Then again, he is a co-actor in a part of the industry. And was he also a close friend of Tunisia or Sheezan? Did he know of the inside details? Because Sheezan so far has been claiming that he was the one who called off the relationship because of religious differences and the age difference. And this is what sources are claiming. Sheezan is saying to the police. Tunisia's mother, on the other hand, saying that he had made promises to her. He had not fulfilled those. On the contrary, he was with other girls. So while he was in a relationship with her, he used to torture her. He used to keep her under a lot of stress. And he is completely responsible for the end that her daughter had to go through with. So Parth Zuchi now, who has been called by the police, he will be questioned. We are yet to understand if there is any breakthrough in this case, given what the questioning eventually leads to. But right now, all preparations happening for Tunisia's last rites to be performed at 3 p.m. Shivangi. And we obviously see close friends, family, professional colleagues, everyone who are coming now, as 3 p.m. is when would be a part of the final rites, the final journey of Tunisia. Having said that, the investigation is now in full swing. Every single detail of forensics that they can get a hand on the sets. Otherwise, question friends, question colleagues, that is happening.
All right, Swesha is getting us all the top details right now. And Swesha, you know, right now we, of course, are telling our viewers everything which is happening in the probe as it happens. We're breaking it for our viewers. On this note, let's take a very short break. We continue to be live and breaking. Coming up on the other side, Congress leader Salman Khurshid now sparks controversy, compares Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call DEN toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
Magnificent picture, magnificent sound, magnificent experience, Magnifique. High-performance TVs by iWide Japan, now in India.
समय कभी किसी का इंतजार नहीं करता. देर न कीजिए. यह आपके द्वारा दिया हुआ टैक्स ही है जो आज देश को सुरक्षित और समृद्ध बना रहा है. शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की सुविधाओं को देश के कोने-कोने तक पहुंचा रहा है. करदाता कृपया ध्यान दें. यदि आपने अब तक निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल नहीं की है, तो लेट फीस के साथ 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक आप अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल कर सकते हैं. और यदि आपने निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न ड्यू डेट से पहले फाइल की थी, तो आप अपनी रिवाइज्ड रिटर्न बिना लेट फीस के 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक फाइल कर सकते हैं. याद रखें, निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की टैक्स रिटर्न भरने की अंतिम तिथि है 31 दिसंबर 2022. प्रत्येक आयकरदाता एक राष्ट्र निर्माता.
Guys, just 1 second. Choosing a car for my mom.
What? Online car shopping? Wow, that's so cool, yeah.
शाहरुख ने बताया.
Wait up. Booking a car service.
From here.
क्यों? तुझे शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया?
इसने पूछा ही नहीं. There's so much more जो शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया. It's all on the industry first My Hyundai app. Open a world of possibility with My Hyundai app. One app, many worlds.
Gone on to explode at a career office in KR-Puram, and it is also now being understood that this particular mixer grinder was delivered to a person, but the person returned stating that this has come from the wrong address as well. The SP of Hassan has also gone on to visit the spot, and a team of FSL sleuths have come in from Mysuru to go on and investigate the incident and to find out as to how this particular mixer has gone on to explode. The victim Shashi has gone on to sustain grievous injuries to his hand, chest as well as stomach too, and right now he is under medical treatment at a hospital in Hassan. The SP has also gone on to state that more details will be revealed, but he has also ruled out that this is not a blast at all, because there was no sort of foreign particles, may it be ball bearings or else even nails for that matter, was not present at all, and it was only the grinder blades which had gone on to cause this particular injury to the victim Shashi, is what is being understood. With video journalist Bhagat, Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic.
Viewers, much more coming up on the other side. Sheezan continues to change statements. Police sources say he now claims Tunisia's family refused for marriage. Stay tuned.
Tonight, a murder will be committed. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game.
This is truly delightful.
Holy
There has been a murder. For one person, this is not a game. The
killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
You must be really great at clues.
I'm very bad at dumb things.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
क्या हुआ रोहन? क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए?
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा करके रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
ऑलराउंडर हम भी हैं।
और तुम्हारा किचन? कभी स्टेन्स, कभी जर्म्स, तो कभी पानी। आपके किचन और बाथरूम्स को चाहिए MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100, टाइल जॉइंट का ऑलराउंडर। MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100, जोड़ हो तो ऐसा।
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Live and Breaking with me, Ankit Prasad, on Republic. It's Tuesday mid-afternoon and there are a number of stories that are doing the rounds that we're tracking very closely. For one, Rahul Gandhi has been compared to Lord Ram. Salman Khurshid is facing the brunt of controversy because of this comparison. On the other hand, India has conducted mock COVID drills at a number of central hospitals, state hospitals around the country today in anticipation of a spike in cases, perhaps stemming from the rise in COVID abroad. And also we are tracking the latest updates in the death mystery of Tunisia Sharma. We'll be telling you all that and more in this bulletin. Let's start off with the headlines. Congress leader Salman Khurshid sparks a controversy, compares Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. Tunisia Sharma's last rites to be conducted today, body handed over to the family after post-mortem. Sheezan continues to change statements. Police sources say he now claims Tunisia's family was the one that refused for marriage. Amid rising COVID cases in neighboring countries, a mock drill held across India to check COVID preparedness.
देश में कोविड की महामारी न फैले या तो कोविड के केस बढ़े, उसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने निर्देश दिया है कि हमें सतर्क रहना है।
Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia visits Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital, takes a stock during the COVID mock drill. Viewers, our first story is in relation to Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. Now, Salman Khurshid, seeing Rahul Gandhi walking in the cold, apparently wearing only a t-shirt, has chosen to compare him with Superman simply for walking with just a t-shirt. And then he has also compared him with Lord Ram. Now, this is nothing new with Congress. Before the previous election, the 2019 election, he was famously declared a Shiv Bhakt. Now he's being compared to Lord Ram and the Congress is being compared to Bharat. And this is a comparison that has not gone down well. Remember, viewers, the Congress was the same party that once even questioned whether or not Lord Ram had ever really existed. And now they're comparing their tallest leader to him. This is a statement that has caused an uproar amongst a number of Hindu devotees. There are a lot of saints that we've spoken to, particularly in Varanasi, who are up in arms over this comparison. They seem to have taken issue with the character of Rahul Gandhi in this comparison with Lord Ram. It was Salman Khurshid who said this. He appears to think that because Rahul Gandhi walked around in the cold for his Bharat Jodo Yatra, that makes him some kind of superhuman figure. He says he's a Superman. And then he also goes on to compare the Congress with Bharat and Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. We've seen a number of people opposing this. Let's listen in right now to what some devotees, some Hindu devotees are saying about this.
खुर्शीद के द्वारा राहुल गांधी की भगवान राम से तुलना किए जाने पर अखिल भारतीय संत समिति घोर आपत्ति व्यक्त करती है। मैं पूछना चाहता हूं सलमान जी, क्या आप राहुल गांधी की तुलना मोहम्मद साहब से कर सकते हो? किसी अन्य महापुरुष से कर सकते हो? नहीं कर सकते। और यह कांग्रेस क्यों भूल जाती है कि भगवान राम की तुलना करते समय कि राम सेतु मिथक है, रामायण मिथक है, राम काल्पनिक पुरुष थे, ये एक उपन्यास की कहानी है। इतना ही नहीं रुकी कांग्रेस, राम जन्मभूमि पर फैसला न आने पाए, फैसला आने के बाद से श्री राम जन्मभूमि पर मंदिर निर्माण न होने पाए, इसके लिए कौन से कुत्सित प्रयास कांग्रेस के पापियों ने नहीं किए हैं?
Well, you've heard, viewers, how critics of Rahul Gandhi often call him an election Hindu. They say he goes on temple runs in the lead up to key polls. And now, on the other hand, you have Salman Khurshid, who has equated him with Lord Ram. Like we said, the same comparison was made with Lord Shiva. Rahul Gandhi had been called a Janyudharu Hindu by Randeep Surjewala before the 2019 elections. Let's listen in right now to Salman Khurshid and what he said that has triggered such a furor.
वो जिस रफ्तार से चलते हैं, जितने दिन से वो चले हैं, जिस तरह से हमको उनके पीछे पीछे साथ साथ चलना पड़ रहा है, तो हम तो ये मानते हैं कि वो रियली ये मान के चलिए कि वो सुपर ह्यूमन है। हम इतने जैकेट कोट पहने हुए हैं, वो टी शर्ट में निकलते हैं। बताइए, हम ठुठुर रहे हैं ठंड में, वो टी शर्ट पहने निकल रहे हैं। एक योगी जैसी, जब उन्होंने कही दिया मैं तपस्या में हूँ, तो वो तपस्या कर रहे हैं। अब तपस्या के लिए एक योगी कहीं बैठ गया, किसी गुफा में बैठ गया एक योगी की तपस्या के लिए, तो आप इस बात की बात कह रहे हैं कि वो दूसरी गुफा में तो गए नहीं। ऐसा है। आप तो जानते हैं भगवान राम की खड़ाव बहुत दूर तक जाती है, तो कभी कभी खड़ाव लेकर भी चलना पड़ता है। हमेशा भगवान राम नहीं पहुंच पाते हैं, तो खड़ाव लेकर चलना पड़ता है। तो भरत उनकी खड़ाव लेकर चलते हैं, तो खड़ाव लेकर हम उत्तर प्रदेश में चले हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश में खड़ाव पहुंच गई है, तो राम जी भी पहुंचेंगे, ये हमारा विश्वास है।
So, Salman Khurshid clearly thinks that Rahul Gandhi is superhuman because he can walk around in the cold wearing only a t-shirt. We've had the BJP responding to this. I saw a tweet by Amit Malviya where he spoke to two tourists who were walking around Delhi, also similarly in t-shirts, and he asked them whether they were Congress prime ministerial candidates. Jokes aside, the party has reacted and has taken a strong line on this. Let's listen in to what UP Deputy Chief Minister Brajesh Pathak as well as party national spokesperson Shehzad Poonawala had to say.
दुखद है, मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री राम की तुलना किसी भी व्यक्ति से नहीं हो सकती। उन्होंने भारत माता को साथ जिन लोगों ने जन्म लिया है, उनको किस प्रकार के संस्कार होने चाहिए, वो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री राम जी के जीवन से हमें सीख मिलती है। जबकि राहुल गांधी पूरी तरह से कांग्रेस पार्टी मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम के आचरणों के विपरीत आचरण उनका प्रारंभ काल से ही रहा है। ये दुखद है, मैं इसको बहुत ही गलत मानता हूँ। उन्होंने अतिरेक में अतिशयोक्ति के कारण या किस प्रकार का मुझे पता नहीं, लेकिन ये दुखद है।
One wonders when will the Congress party desist from doing this kind of politics and dragging Lord Ram into it. When their government filed an affidavit in the Honorable Supreme Court, at that time Lord Ram did not exist. When it came to the Ram Setu, they were making efforts to destroy it. When it came to the Ram temple issue, they washed their hands of it. And now Rahul Gandhi ji goes out, wears a set of clothes, and suddenly he's compared to Lord Ram. Somebody wants to be a bigger Hanuman, wants to prove his loyalty through all these kind of statements. Is this justified? Is it correct? And will the Congress party, it is entitled to do its politics, but will they desist from dragging Lord Ram's name into all of this?
Congress leader Salman Khurshid, in his attempt to do sycophancy, has compared Rahul Gandhi to Bhagwan Shri Ram and himself to Bharat. And this is the same Congress party, ironically, which doubted even the existence of Shri Ram and gave an affidavit in court saying that Shri Ram does not exist, that Shri Ram is a mythical character. This is the kind of rhetoric that the Congress party used. Today, the Congress party, which was doing secularism ka Rom, has come down to doing Ram Ram and is going Mandir Mandir in order to present itself as the biggest Hindu. But in their attempt to be a Chunavi Hindu, time and again they insult and they try to stoke the feelings of Hindus by making such kinds of comparisons and comments. This is the same Congress party which time and again assaults the feeling of Hindus, and they should apologize. Salman Khurshid should apologize for this kind of ridiculous.
So you just saw there a wave of BJP reactions. They are presumably not so interested in Salman Khurshid comparing Rahul Gandhi to Superman, but it is the comparison with Lord Ram that they have taken exception to the most. Like they've been pointing out, the words Chunavi Hindu are among those that are being traded around for describing Rahul Gandhi. And there is a pattern to this. The various seers, various Hindu groups, like the VHP, etc., are also up in arms. They don't want the Congress to continuously politicize matters related to Lord Ram, whether it's been over the Ayodhya issue, whether the existence of Lord Ram, whether it's Ram Setu. Let's listen in right now to these groups' response to Salman Khurshid comparing Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram.
बात अभी हिंदुत्व पर आ रही है, जिसको हिंदुत्व को इन्होंने बदनाम किया, आज राम का नाम लेने लगे। चलो, देर आए दुरुस्त है, लेकिन कम से कम कुबुद्धि पूर्वक नहीं लेना चाहिए। राम का नाम लो तो कम से कम श्रद्धा और विश्वास के साथ में। किसकी खड़ाओं की बात करो यार, शर्म आनी चाहिए इनको। भगवान राम की खड़ाओं की तुलना रामद्रोही से कर रहे हो आप। ये कांग्रेस का चाल चरित्र चेहरा बेनकाब होता जा रहा है, और मैं तो यही कहूँगा, विनाश काले विपरीत बुद्धि। भगवान उनको सद्बुद्धि दे, कम से कम राम का नाम लेना तो सीख गए।
हाथ जोड़ो अभियान शुरू कर रहे हैं, जिसमें हर ब्लॉक में पदयात्राएं होगी। राहुल जी का संदेश, कांग्रेस का संदेश, हमारी विचारधारा, और जहां हमारी सरकारें हैं वहां हमारी सरकार की उपलब्धि लेके पदयात्रा करेंगे। कल हमारी शैलजा जी हमारी प्रभारी आई हुई थी, और उन्होंने दिन भर बैठक करके सब समीक्षा की। विस्तारित कार्यकारिणी की भी बैठक हुई, फिर ब्लॉक अध्यक्षों की बैठक हुई, और निर्देश यही है।
See, it's his personal liking. It's a personal expression, and it is he who should answer. If he has a love and affection for Rahul ji and dedication, which no politician I see in that way, and people are discussing about his attire, that is that bare t-shirt. In bare t-shirt he is moving, and that also shows that his dedication. But as far as comparison of Lord Ram and Rahul ji is concerned, that in different personalities, different entities, and one is God and Rahul ji is a human being. But out of love and affection, perhaps he has compared, but definitely entities are different, and that is, he is the best person to answer.
Viewers, that was Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. There's another big story that we're tracking, which is the Tunisia Sharma death mystery. How did she commit suicide? How did she die? What were the circumstances? The Waliv police has been investigating all of this. They have sealed the set of the show on which her body was found. And also they are questioning a number of people. One such person who is currently being interrogated is a fellow actor whose name is Parth Zuchi. This is the latest information that we are getting. He has been called to the Waliv police station for questioning. Parth Zushi, and he has entered. While he was entering the police station, he did not respond to the media's questions. Meanwhile, we are told that Sheezan, who is her co-star and who was said to be in a relationship with her, who was arrested following the complaint by Tunisia's mother, has apparently also been changing statements. He's still in custody. These are the visuals on air right now that you are seeing of their fellow actor Parth Zushi going into the Waliv police station for questioning. As of latest count from what Alisha was telling us a short while earlier, around 27 people have so far been questioned by the police in the matter of the death of Tunisia. And Parth is the latest in that. And we've also got you a lot of details before this about the various statements that Sheezan has been changing. We have now joining us to tell us more Sandeep from Vasai. Sandeep, who is the actor who has been called in for interrogation? What is Sheezan saying? And what are the various angles that the police is currently looking into in the Tunisia death case?
See, as far as, the sources in Waliv police is to be believed, Sheezan Khan, the co-actor who is in fact the main accused in this case, who is under trial for IPC 306, that is abetment of suicide case. In fact, he keeps on changing his statement. Remember, the allegations that were made by the mother of Tunisia Sharma, she says that they were into relationship, but at the same point of time, Sheezan had different, relationship, other girls also in her life, and in fact, which was in fact unbearable for Tunisia as well. And in fact, on the same point, they broke up. And Tunisia was not able to bear the pain of losing Sheezan, as she was very much into love with Sheezan. And in fact, at this point of time, more than 17 people statement have been recorded by Waliv police, and Parth Zushi, the co-actor, as well as one common female friend of Tunisia and Sheezan. They have been called at the Waliv police station. It will be very much important to see, who is this female friend who is also being questioned by the Waliv police. Remember, there is also one secret girlfriend, that's what police is being saying, that Sheezan used to date, in fact, and her testimony will also be important, and in fact police will also record that women's statement as well. Now, on the other hand, Ankit, when we talk about the WhatsApp data and the messages that both of them had, in this regard, Tunisia's mobile phone is being seized at this point of time. But as it being an Apple phone, the data cannot be retrieved and the phone is locked. So police is having trouble to open the phone of Tunisia Sharma. But on the other hand, Sheezan's phone is with police, and in fact the WhatsApp chats and the data that is being in fact extracted, and the people who he was in fact associated with. These people's statement is something very much important. Police is trying to find out some more evidence against Sheezan Khan, but yesterday what we've been told, when a lady officer informed Sheezan about the final rites and the funeral of Tunisia, Sheezan in fact broke up in the cell and started crying. That is what is being said. On the other hand, Ankit, if you talk more about the investigation, Sheezan is changing his statements again and again. On the one hand, he says that he broke up with Tunisia because the family members of both the family were against of this relationship, and for the same reason they broke up. Other hand, he says that there was a huge age gap between Tunisia Sharma and Sheezan Khan, and for the same reason he never wanted to keep the relationship going. Also, he goes on to saying that Tunisia, in fact, there's someone out here. There's someone who has arrived out here. We'll try to speak.
I can't say anything. I'm so sorry. सर मुझे प्लीज जाने दीजिए. प्लीज. I'm so sorry. बहुत बुरा लग रहा है ऐसा हुआ है, but I'm so sorry. हम बाद में बात करेंगे please. I'm so sorry.
So Ankit, the friends who knew Tunisia, who were in close touch with Tunisia, are in fact coming out here for the final prayers. In fact, anytime from now, the ambulance will leave from this very building. This is the Indraprasth Society wherein the ambulance is there, and this ambulance will go on to the Temba Hospital where the body of the mortal remains of Tunisia Sharma is kept, and they will bring that mortal remains out here, and the final prayers will happen, and following which the final rites will going to take place at Mira Road Crematorium. Now on the point of investigation, coming back to the point of investigation, he first of all he says that the family was against, both the family were against of this relationship, and hence he broke up. He mentions the age gap reason. Another point he mentions that he was scared of that Shraddha Walkar case, and and for the same reason he says that he never wanted, after Shraddha Walkar case happened and came into light, he was very much scared, and for the same reason he broke up with Tunisia Sharma, as it is being given a love jihad angle. So these are some of the his statement, and that is why he's keeping the police officials, trying to confuse the police official, but so far his confession cannot be taken on record. That is what police says, and in fact police is trying to connect all the dots in this case. But yes, as of now, Sheezan is not giving the relevant answer, or in fact the answers which can satisfy the Walib police, Ankit.
Absolutely. Sandeep, stay with us. We also have Suesha joining us from the Noida newsroom. Now, Suesha, a lot is being spoken about the state of their relationship. Yesterday, we were also speaking about the mystery surrounding the 15 minutes that after they had lunch, when it is said that Tunisia took this step. Where do you see this heading? What are your sources telling you about what they were like on set? What was their relationship like? Where did things go wrong, Suesha?
Oh yes, that is exactly the point of investigation, Ankit, because let's understand that 15-minute mystery is very, very critical to get to the bottom of what really led to Tunisia taking such a big step that she took her life. And the last person she met, as per what we know until now, was Sheezan. She had lunch with Sheezan. Sheezan said that she was upset. That is his version. He said that he tried to offer her food, but she did not have it. That means he was aware of her state of mind. 15 minutes later, at 3:15 p.m., she took her life. She committed suicide. So to get to the bottom of what was transpiring between the two, what transpired in those 15 minutes, who were those people who were very closely aware of the relationship and what was happening between the two of them? Who were those people who Tunisia closely confided in? Because her mother has been saying that Sheezan used to torture her. Sheezan was never serious about her. He was dating other girls, and she was under a lot of stress because of this. He made promises of a long-term commitment to her, but he was never actually fulfilling his word. So now, of course, Sheezan has been changing his statements. Until so far, we had source-based information of how he was saying that, there was a difference religion-wise. There was an age gap, which is why he broke up with her. Now he's also saying that Tunisia's family was putting a lot of pressure, and because they didn't want the relationship to happen, so he finally took that step. Of course, Sheezan's family also trying to reach out to him, and they put out a statement saying that they don't want to talk at this point as the investigation continues. But all the focus, like Sandeep, is standing at that very point. The last rites of Tunisia to be performed at 3 p.m. Close family, well-wishers, colleagues, and all those obviously in attendance, because it has come as a matter of entire shock. Those who knew her say that she was a happy-go-lucky girl. She had a very bright future ahead. She was very promising, very hardworking, had been, working from a very young age. Then why this? How this? And exactly to the bottom of which the police is trying to get to.
I mean, most certainly, because we've spoken to a number of people who worked with her. We've also seen that her filmography, Suesha, was quite vast for a person of her age. She was just in the beginning stages, so to say, of her career. She had many mountains, I think, still to climb, and a path laid out for her. Where I think this is going now is we are going to be bringing you details, viewers, of the last rites that are to be performed later today in just a couple of hours. We've shown you how Sandeep, who is at the residence of the Sharmas, has also been speaking to some of the attendees who have been visiting. Going back to Suesha, Suesha, we've seen how Sheezan has been changing his statements, like you pointed out yourself. What do you make of this behavior that we witnessed? He broke down apparently. If you can sum that also up for our viewers, what has Sheezan been saying?
Oh, yes. So like Sandeep also tells us, and this is exactly what we are gathering from our sources, that the statements have been changing at Sheezan's end. In fact, I have also picked up more information on this, Ankit, because when he was arrested on day one after this had happened, he had been urging the police that he needs to go because he's losing credibility and his work is getting affected. And for that very reason, the police must let him go. So there was, a sense of the fact that he is not related to all this and he must be able to resume his normal life. And why is it that he is being kept in custody? Ever since, obviously, he is being questioned, and later on now we see what is happening. First he said that he broke up with her, because which we know is that he broke up with her 15 days before Tunisia committed suicide. First he said it was the age gap, it was the difference in religion. Now he's saying that it is Tunisia's family who was pressurizing them to break up.
Clearly there is a truth there somewhere. The police is trying to find out what actually happened between Sheezan and Tunisia and what compelled Tunisia to take this step. I thank Suesha and Sandeep for joining us. We'll get you more on this, viewers, as the day moves on. And so, viewers, we have a number of other stories also that we are tracking today, which we'll be telling you all about. Let's take a look at what we have lined up. Congress leader Salman Khurshid has sparked a massive controversy. He's compared Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram and Superman. And the Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia visited the Safdarjung Hospital. He took a stock of the COVID mock drill that went on nationwide. We'll tell you all about it after a short break. Stay with us. We're back in a few seconds.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
Your favorite service provider, Den, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call Den toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
Vadra Congress equates Rahul to Lord Ram. Rahul Gandhi compared to Lord Ram by Congress. Outrage over Lord Ram comparison by Congress. Ornab debates at 9 p.m.
Congress leader Salman Khurshid sparks a controversy, compares Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. Tunisia Sharma's last rites to be conducted today, body handed over to the family after the post-mortem. Sheezan continues to change statements. Police sources say that he's now claimed that Tunisia's family refused their marriage. Amid rising COVID cases in neighboring countries, a mock drill held across India to check for COVID preparedness. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia visits Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital, takes a stock of the COVID mock drill. Viewers, we have a breaking, very murky story that we are telling you about from Odisha. Two Russians, one of whom is an MP, were found dead in the same hotel 2 days apart. A probe has been launched into this. The two Russians who were found dead, one of which was a Vladimir Putin and Ukraine war critic. We are now receiving a input from the Odisha police, which is investigating this matter. Let's take a listen into what the Odisha police is saying.
Inquiry in both the cases, and we are also in touch with the Russian consulate, which is located in Kolkata, and they are helping us out in having a complete inquiry in the matter, and the usual procedures of the consulate being kept informed, and they are assisting us, and we taking their help in ensuring that the procedure and all the prescribed guidelines in this regard of any foreign citizen dying in unnatural circumstances in any country, which is a common arrangement between the countries, we are accordingly proceeding in the matter.
So any fault play with
The Odisha police giving an update. It's a preliminary stage, this investigation. They are also in touch with the Russian consulate. We have Suesha now joining us from Noida. Suesha, very mysterious, very murky case. What can you tell us about how the two Russians died just 2 days apart from each other?
Oh yes, and that exactly is the point of mystery, Ankit, which is now being looked into. One Russian MP and his aide who have been found dead 2 days apart in the same hotel in Odisha, and a lot of mystery as to how this could happen. The police just spoke as the investigation continues, and the MP was found dead as he allegedly fell from his hotel room while his aide had allegedly died of a heart stroke. That is the initial version that is just coming in, but foul play is what is also being projected by a certain section, because remember, the police is also trying to get into the details of this. These were two Russian tourists who have died, and one a multi-millionaire who was on a vacation at Raigad region in Odisha. He allegedly died after falling from the 3rd floor he was staying in. 2 days after, his fellow traveler who was found dead there, and the version that is coming in is that he suffered from a heart stroke. Now, the first victim who was in Odisha, he was there to celebrate his 65th birthday, and the second who died, a Russian MP, a Russian lawmaker, it happened within the same week. And let's also understand of why this becomes more mysterious, because reports coming in of how the first victim was a Putin critic. Now, there is a lot of speculation of who is responsible and whether there is any foul play in the death of the Russian lawmaker. and his aide who died 2 days after. But on the face of it, of course, this is exactly what is coming to light. The first one who fell from the second floor of the hotel he was staying in, and the second victim who died of a stroke. The superintendent of police investigating this matter also saying that the body was cremated on Monday with the permission of the family. However, they are now looking into all the details, and they are trying to get into the bottom of this, of whether there is actually more to this than what meets the eye. Because they say that the friend of the first victim, his aide, who died 2 days later, is also supposedly a result of him being in a depression after the first victim had died. So he too died on the 25th of December. Multi-millionaire died in a hotel in Odisha. That has majorly puzzled the cops. They are now getting into the bottom of it, but several reports coming to light of how he was a Putin critic, and whether there is actually more to this, whether this was done on intention. But these are the prima facie details that are emerging. Abhishek Kapoor, senior executive editor, will also join us shortly to give us more details as we played out that reaction coming in from the top cop in Odisha, who's spoken about how they're looking into every detail. Remember, he was a successful entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a multi-millionaire who was supposedly celebrating his 65th birthday in Odisha. I want to go back to Ankit, because Ankit, you're also tracking the story very closely, especially of what is being spoken of it on social media. Now, there is a lot of speculation of the fact that the man was a Putin critic, and also there could be foul play, a Russian hitman who could have led to this. But prima facie, the victim who died after he fell from the third floor of that hotel he was staying in, and his aide who was in depression after his friend had died, and so he suffered a heart stroke.
I mean, something clearly doesn't seem to add up, or however, these series of events are almost too wild to make any sense. Russia has a noted history of having conducted Suesha in even the recent past, quote-unquote hit jobs abroad. There was an incident of a former spy who was killed in the UK that led to a diplomatic snafu, I remember, between the UK and Russia after he was killed with a poisoning agent. That was a big geopolitical incident that had taken place. Now, on this occasion, we have a Russian member of parliament who was a noted critic of Vladimir Putin and the Ukraine war, who has been found dead. And this was just 2 days after an aide of his was also found dead. Now, one person having jumped off the third floor of the hotel in which they were staying in, another person seemingly having died of a stroke with bottles of wine around him, just 2 days apart. It really begs to be investigated. There is no doubt that the police are on this case. There are many, I'm sure, angles in which they must probe. The post-mortem must be carried out. Communications, if there were any, that they had with people around them, I'm guessing will be probed as well. The Russian consulate is someone that they are in touch with at the moment, but of course the Russian consulate is operated by the Russian government, and so if these were Putin critics, then there is an element of discord there also. So there are clearly a number of angles that need to be probed, because this is a very murky, a very devious seeming incident that has taken place. Whether it took place of its own volition or not, it's certainly a global headline, because these two Russians have been found dead 2 days apart in the same hotel in a place that is very, very far from Russia. It's in Odisha, in India. They were here to celebrate something, and they unfortunately met their demise and have passed away. We've seen how political critics of Vladimir Putin are not given a long rope by any stretch of imagination in Russia. We've heard the famous case of Alexei Navalny, probably the tallest opposition, quote-unquote opposition leader in Russia, who essentially there was an attempt to poison him using some kind of nerve agent. Then he spent a long time in recovery. After he recovered, he was put under house arrest, and he's basically been put in some kind of internment facility from where it's impossible to get in touch with him. And there is almost a movement silently within Russia and quite loudly in countries that oppose Russia for freedom for Navalny. And it needs to be investigated whether we are witnessing something like that here. If it was a hit job, who was behind it? Was it affiliated with at all someone in Russia? These are all things that the Odisha police will have to probe, Suesha.
Absolutely, and that is exactly where the focus is right now. But Ankit, this is going to continue to make headlines because if there is any foul play, that is exactly what is being looked into, because the very fact that the man happened to be a Putin critic, and a lot of buzz for those who are saying that this could be a hit job that may have happened from the top, but these are of course points of speculation. It is the Odisha police that is now looking into the matter, investigating every detail, and also saying that the last rites were performed with the permission of the family. The man was in Odisha to celebrate his 65th birthday, and his aide who was also along with him, but the very fact that he died 2 days after is being said because he was depressed about his friend's death, and so he suffered a stroke exactly 2 days later. On December 22nd in the morning is when the first victim died, B. Vladimir, and Pavel Antonov, his aide, who died on the 25th of December. They had checked into the hotel on the 21st of December, and a day later when B. Vladimir died after he fell from the 3rd floor of the hotel in Odisha. So 4 Russian tourists, to be precise, who had checked into that hotel. They were visiting Daringbadi in the Kandamal district, and they were there for a purpose. They were there for a celebration. Ankit, if I can come back to you, because it is really about tracing down the missing links, and this Russian MP who decided to celebrate his birthday in Odisha, a man who is a multi-millionaire, and his other aides present with him. Really, if the police and a larger team wanting to get into the depth of it, of what was happening before, why is it that they chose this particular location, how long they were planning to stay, were there meetings lined up? So a lot of angles that could be looked into to really get into the bottom of this.
In fact, from what we are told, the Russian MP, the 65-year-old, the leader of that party, who had brought 3 others with him apparently to Odisha, he was a sausage industry millionaire. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily seem like it was a business-related trip. Of course, we can only speculate on that. What was the real reason for them wanting to celebrate his 65th birthday in a place somewhere in Odisha? That is also something that we are yet to learn about. The details are still a bit sketchy. From what we are told, this was a party of 4 tourists, and they also had a guide with them. So I'm sure that the police will also, Surisha, inquire into what the others were doing, what is their telling of these events, and also certainly the circumstances in which these 2 people died, B. Vladimir and Pavel Antov. So Vladimir Bedanov is the one who died first, and he was found dead, unconscious in his room with empty bottles of wine around him. So that is a death that needs to be explained. And then 2 days later, when this Russian MP Pavel Antov, he was found in a pool of his own blood, having seemingly jumped or fallen from the 3rd floor of the hotel, seemingly because he was upset over the death of his friend 2 days earlier. It's very flimsy to say that both of these deaths were suicide. I think needs to be investigated more very clearly. And like we've been talking about, whether or not it was some kind of quote-unquote hit job, That also I'm sure the police will try to ascertain where or whether or not there were others who these people had got in touch with, and if it was some element of foul play, then who was behind it? It's a real mystery. It's a case that clearly has a lot of open ends and loose ends and a lot of questions that need answering. It really, the logistics of it are what are most peculiar, because these are Russian tourists. They're also influential, they're wealthy, they're politically active, they're in the public space. One's an elected MP, and he's been found dead in Odisha, which is very far from Russia and Moscow. So that's where we are, seemingly, Suesha.
Absolutely, and a matter of huge speculation, Ankit, really waiting for further details to come out as far as the investigation that continued. It is continues, I beg your pardon. It is the Odisha cops who are looking into every detail, especially of the hotel that both of them were staying in and the others who were traveling with them on this very trip. We'll leave it at that, Ankit, for now. We'll come back to this in a short while as we get further updates. With that, it's time for us to slip into a very short commercial break. On the other side, we get you details as Congress leader Salman Khurshid has sparked off a massive controversy. He's compared Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram. This is evoking a lot of reactions. Also, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandaviya visited Safdarjung Hospital. He took stock of the COVID mock drill.
Mr. Blanc, you're the world's greatest detective, right?
In your words, there has been a murder. The killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again if it covers their tracks.
Wow!
Well, I'm out of here.
Yeah, me too.
Lock the doors. Stay in your rooms. Everyone is in danger.
Are you calling me dangerous?
Well, we'll see.
It is important to keep your HbA1c in the target range of 6.5 to 7% to avoid complications.
With Beto's Diabetes Care Program, get online doctor consultation, all your prescribed medicines and a dietitian consultation. Get a free glucometer and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care Program. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
समय कभी किसी का इंतजार नहीं करता। देर न कीजिए, यह आपके द्वारा दिया हुआ टैक्स ही है जो आज देश को सुरक्षित और समृद्ध बना रहा है। शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की सुविधाओं को देश के कोने कोने तक पहुंचा रहा है। करदाता कृपया ध्यान दें, यदि आपने अब तक निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल नहीं की है, तो लेट फीस के साथ 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक आप अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल कर सकते हैं। और यदि आपने निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न ड्यू डेट से पहले फाइल की थी, तो आप अपनी रिवाइज्ड रिटर्न बिना लेट फीस के 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक फाइल कर सकते हैं। याद रखें, निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की टैक्स रिटर्न भरने की अंतिम तिथि है 31 दिसंबर 2022। प्रत्येक आय करदाता एक राष्ट्र निर्माता।
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
Thank you for staying with Republic. We cut across to more breaking news coming in after Russian MPs were found dead in a hotel in Odisha. Now, sources in the Russian embassy who are putting out details that read, and I quote, "We are aware of the tragedy that happened in Odisha, where 2 of our citizens died. One of them is Pavel Antov, member of the Legislative Assembly of the Vladimir Oblast. We are in constant touch with the relatives of the deceased as well as with the local authorities. As far as we know, the police does not see any criminal component in these tragic events." So this is coming in from sources in the Russian embassy, putting out details and giving a hint of how Russia is now suspecting any foul play so far. They have expressed regret over the tragedy and saying that they are in touch with the family of the deceased, also the local authorities as the investigation continues. But they are saying that as they are tracking every detail very closely, the local police that is investigating into the matter does not see a criminal component in these tragic events. That's the exact statement coming in from sources in the Russian embassy. Remember, at one end, speculation is rife of how there could be foul play because also the wealthy lawmaker, the man in question, who died after he was found dead mysteriously falling from the 3rd floor of the hotel, was Putin's critic. He was critical of the Ukraine war and had criticized Putin on several fronts. So there is a lot of hearsay and speculation on whether this could be foul play. But Russian embassy saying that they're tracking every detail with the local police. Abhishek, I believe you're with me on the phone line. What more are you picking up from your sources in the Russian embassy? How are they looking at the death of these 2 Russian lawmakers?
Okay, so Suesha, this is a preliminary statement that is being attributed to Russian sources in New Delhi and obviously the embassy, and that's that they are aware of the tragedy that happened, and they have acknowledged that 2 of their citizens have died. One of them, of course, is identified as Pavel Antov, who was a member of the Legislative Assembly of the Vladimir Oblast, and not of the Russian Duma. And he was, we are told, in fact, a member of the Committee on Agrarian Policy, Nature Management, Ecology, among others. But what the Russian sources tell us is that they are, in fact, in contact with both the sides. The police investigating the case, about whom they say that as of now, the police has not informed them about any criminal component in these deaths. And then on the side of Russia back home, they are in touch with the families, the relatives of the 2 Russians who have died, including, of course, the politician who's supposed to be not on the very right side of the establishment in Moscow or on the right side of Kremlin. But be that as it may, what is important is that we are still trying to ascertain both from the ground, from the police, as to whether they have made any headway, because the deaths remain shrouded in mystery.
And we've cut across to these details as actor Tunisia's last rites are to be performed at 3 p.m. Her mortal remains have been brought to the cremation ground. That ambulance that has just left with her mortal remains. And her mortal remains are now being brought to the cremation site. Unfortunate that this had to happen is what friends and family members have been saying. Many of her professional contacts and colleagues who say that she had a very promising career ahead. She was a very bright girl, very hardworking, had been working from a very young age. And nobody could have imagined an end like this would be to her life. She committed suicide, where Tanisha's mother has been blaming Sheezan, who she was in a relationship with. He was also her co-actor. Sandeep, I want to come to you. You're tracking every detail on the ground. The mortal remains being taken to the cremation ground. 3 p.m. is when the cremation will happen.
Yes, a very tough day for the family, and in fact, the mortal remains will be brought here at the Enterprise Society, where in Tunisia, the complete family is out here. And in fact, all the family members are out here at the Enterprise Society. And, the final prayers will take place here, and following which, she will be taken to the nearest cremation center. In Mila Road, and in fact, once the mortal remains come here, the mortal remains will be taken to the cremation center. In fact, the family member, a very tough day. In fact, remember, Tunisia was very young when this incident when she committed suicide. It was just 20 years, and being in relationship with Sheezan Khan, he was very much upset with the fact that Sheezan was dating multiple girls, and in fact, it has been more than 3 days now that this suicide committed, and in fact, today the final rites are going to take place.
Absolutely, Sandeep, and those who know her very closely and knew her very closely, I beg your pardon, saying that to say that she was depressed was far from what they could imagine, because she always came across as a very happy-go-lucky girl, and she had her whole life ahead of her. Just 20 years of age, and very unfortunate that she had to go like this. Sandeep, I have to slip into a short break right now, but I will come back to you on the other side, as the last rites of Tunisia will be performed shortly from now. All right, Sandeep, probably not the right time. We are trying to get into every detail, also to speak to Tunisia's family on what they had to say, because let's understand that according to the cops, Sheezan has been changing statements, and that is what they gather in so many days of interrogation. Because Sandeep, at one end, in the start, where Sheezan was saying that it was due to an age gap, differences in their religion, that led him to break up with her 15 days before she actually committed suicide. Now he's also saying that it is Tunisia's family who were exerting a lot of pressure that they must break up, and which is why he took this step. So varying statements coming in from Sheezan, but those who remember Tunisia, Sandeep, say that there must be justice for her, and if Sheezan is responsible for her death, then he must be given the most strictest of punishment.
Indeed, whoever knew Tunisia Sharma are in fact very depressed. Now, this is actually showing you the pictures of Tunisia Sharma. Mortal remains are in fact right out here. Mortal remains are right here, and soon from now, anytime from now, she will be in fact taken to the crematorium, and the family members are here. Family members, Tunisia
members are here. Family members, Tunisia's family members. So the family members are here. Family members of Tunisia Sharma. Tunisia's family members are here, and in fact, the mortal remains have been brought. Back, and media have been stopped outside her residence. So anytime from now, Tunisia Sharma will be taken for cremation, and it is a very tough time for the family. As I was talking on the point of investigation, remember, Sheezan is time and again changing his statement. Once he gives the age gap a reason, another time he gives the reason of religion, age gap. Apart from that, he also mentions that there is a love jihad angle also. He was very stressed with the fact that there is a and in fact the TV stars have started in fact arriving out here. We'll show you the visuals. The friends and families have in fact started arriving out here. The friends and families in fact started arriving out here. So as I was talking about the investigation, that was in fact the interrogation of Sheezan Khan. Sheezan Khan is continuously in fact changing his statement, and in fact yesterday when he was informed by the lady officer, the interrogating officer, he in fact started crying in the cell when he was informed about the final rites and the funerals of Tunisia Sharma. He was in fact he broke down before her and he started crying. Apart from that, on the end of interrogation, he is again and again changing his statement. More than 17 people's statement have been recorded so far, and he has given several other different statements. On one hand, he says that he was there was a huge gap between Tunisia Sharma and Sheezan, and for the same reason he broke up. Apart from that, what the family members have made allegations. The family members of Tunisia Sharma have made allegations that Sheezan was dating multiple women at the same point of time, and hence, he broke up with Tunisia Sharma, and for the same reason, in fact, she committed suicide. Remember, at this point of time, a lot of happenings out there. We'll try to go there. We'll try to go there, up there, and get you some more visuals from there. And remember, as I was talking, he's again and again changing the statements. And as far as this case is concerned, he mentions he's upset. He's upset that Tunisia. He's sad that Tunisia took this step. But showing you the visuals, Sunil, if you could come here, we'll show you the visuals out from here. This shot, we'll show you the visuals out here. My video journalist Kanti Parmar will show you the visuals out here. So the final rites gonna take place, and here we give you the exclusive visuals from the society, where Tunisia used to in fact reside. And as we were talking about the allegations that were made by the family members, family had alleged that Sheezan was dating multiple girls at the same point of time, and in fact he didn't wanted to keep relations with Tunisia. Family members also make allegations that he used Tunisia, and for the same reason she was very much upset and very much depressed. She also got an anxiety attack meanwhile, and in fact she was also hospitalized 10 days before of this suicide. And apart from that, if you go through with the investigation, police is in fact trying to get the statement of that woman who was in fact in relationship with Sheezan. Was she aware of Tunisia Sharma being in relationship? And in fact, these are the visuals. These are the visuals that we are showing you. Visuals from the residence of Tunisia Sharma. Tunisia used to reside here, and any time from now she will be, the final rites will take place, and the family members are here, and a very tough time for the family members. Remember the sequence just before committing suicide. She had, in fact, lunch together with Sheezan. She was upset with Sheezan and she was not eating anything. And at that point of time, Sheezan tried convincing her. That's what the testimony of Sheezan is. That is what the statement that has been in fact given by Sheezan, that at that point of time, Sheezan in fact Sheezan in fact urged her to have lunch together. After that, they had a lunch, and in fact he went for a shot, and after 15 minutes of that lunch together, they had lunch, she took this step and she committed suicide. And that is something, what happened in these 15 minutes. What was she thinking? What were the conversation between Tunisia Sharma and Sheezan Khan? These are some of the questions that Wallif police is looking answers out for. But at this point of time, a very tough day for the family members. Remember, Republic TV also spoke to the family members. We spoke exclusively with her mother, and she was very much tense, depressed. And in fact, today also I spoke to her. She was not well yesterday. In fact, when she went into JJ hospital there, and when she saw the face of Tunisia, she fainted at the same time. And in fact, she was given some medications there, and later on she was brought home. Indeed, a mother who lost a young 20-year-old child, a talented child who was in fact, who got everything, who got a fame, name, and who was growing up in her career. And she was doing very well with her career. But unfortunately, she had in fact committed suicide now.
Oh yes, absolutely, Sandeep. And those who've known her say that she had everything going right for her. Then why such a tragic end? She was bright, she was promising, she was extremely talented, she was a child artist. The industry was very, very welcoming when it came to her talent. And she had worked on several TV shows while she was in her early teens. She had also worked on some Bollywood films. What led her to take such a drastic decision? And was she really depressed? Because those who've known her say that it is hard to believe the depression theory, because she came across as a very happy-go-lucky girl. She came across as a girl who was very happy with the way her life was going, with what was happening. But it was this relationship that was peculiar, that was bothering her. It was upsetting her on very many levels. This is exactly what her family is claiming, Sandeep, that Sheezan used to torture her. Sheezan used to keep her under stress. Sheezan promised her that he would marry her, but he was actually seeing other girls as well. He was never serious about this relationship. He broke up with her 15 days ago before she actually went on to commit suicide, and she was under a lot of stress because of that, and he misled her. Those are the claims of the family. So much so that the mother has actually gone on to say that he must be given the strictest punishment. But on the other hand, we are seeing that Sheezan is being interrogated, and the varying statements of Sheezan, that is also now in focus, Sandeep, because my sources also told me how when he was arrested on day one, he kept saying that he must be allowed to go because his credibility, his work was getting affected, and there was no sensitivity towards the fact that Tunisia had actually gone on to commit suicide. And yesterday he broke down in front of a female officer, where he went on to say that he wants to attend the last rites of Tunisia. So where really did he stand when it came to Tunisia? Was he actually bothered about her? Was he actually a person who cared for her feelings, or is it that he just wants to come out of this whole situation? Because he says that he was the one who had broken up. He also had said that because there was an age gap, because there was a difference in their religions, so which is why he broke up. But now he's been claiming that the family, that is Tunisia's family, was exerting a lot of pressure on them, and which is why he went on to break up with her. So what really is the truth? And we understand, Sandeep, how very many of those who knew Tunisia very closely, who Tunisia may have confided in, are now being called by the Wali police and they are being questioned.
Yes, these are some of the questions, of which even the Walev police are looking answer for. Remember, the statement that is being time and again given by Sheezan is, he is trying to confuse police by his statements. He sometimes, his body language since last 2 days was in another mode. In fact, when I spoke to one of the senior officials of Walev, he mentions that since last 2 days, his body language was quite arrogant. He was not behaving well and he was confusing us. And on the other hand, when a lady officer yesterday informed Sheezan about the final rites and the funeral, he in fact started crying and in fact stated that he wants to attend the funeral of Tunisia Sharma. Although as he is into the police custody, for any such thing we need a court's permission, and until and unless you don't have any permission from the court, you cannot attend any other activity. So for the same reason, he was denied, the permission, and in fact, he was not allowed. But yes, there are several statements that is being coming out from Sheezan. But what police says is that we are not satisfied with the statement that is being in fact given by Sheezan, and in fact, for the same reason, they have almost questioned more than 17 to 20 people, and this includes the co-stars, the family friends, the friends of Tunisia and Sheezan as well. And in fact, apart from that, a female common friend of Tunisia and Sheezan is in fact been called today, and her statement will also be recorded. Apart from that, Palak Jutsi, who was the co-actor there, his statement is also being recorded at the Walev police station. So, there are several questions and several dots which are needed to be connected by the Walev police. And in fact, the Walev police is trying to investigate, dig more to get more information about this. But yes, at this point of time, it is a tough time for the family, because the final rites are in fact underway. You're at, in fact, they will be taking Tunisia Sharma from here, and in fact, the funeral will take place. There's a crematorium, Mira Road crematorium ground, wherein they will be taken for cremation, and the final goodbye to Tunisia Sharma, a young and hard-working actress who got name and fame with her hard work. And
मैम, कुछ आप अपना बयान कुछ कहना चाहेंगे जिस तरह से डेथ हुई है?
A very, very somber time for the family and those who were close to Tunisia, grieving the tragic end that no one would have imagined. She would actually take such a drastic step to end her life. But her last rites that are now being performed, and remember, her mortal remains a short while ago were brought from the hospital to this point where the cremation will take place. Everyone remembering Tunisia for the fact that she was a young, budding, talented actor, had everything going right for her, had a lot to achieve and succeed in, had so much to do, but why is it that she chose to end her life at a young age of 20? All the blame that is currently being pinned upon Sheezan, her co-actor, who she was also in a relationship with. And he had broken up with her just 15 days before she actually decided to end her life. Not just this. This point also critical because he was the very man she had had a meal with 15 minutes before she decided to end her life. What transpired in those 15 minutes? What were happening in those 15 days? Those are the questions that the Valley police is now trying to get into the depth of. Remember, a lot of colleagues of Tunisia and Sheezan have been questioned who say that they were not really privy to the personal details and how the relationship was transpiring, as all looked normal on the sets of the show that they were working on. However, were there some people who Tunisia was confiding in, where she had put out details as being stated by her mother? Her mother, who has claimed that Sheezan tortured her. He kept her under a lot of stress. He was never serious about the relationship. He was dating other girls while he was in a relationship with Tunisia. He promised to marry her, but he was only misleading her all the way long. And he was 8 years older than her. Then why isn't that he was more responsible? The charge of abetment to suicide that has been pressed against him as he is being interrogated. But Sandeep, I want to come back to you because his statements have been varying. In the start, no sensitivity towards the fact that Tunisia is gone, saying that my work is getting affected, let me go. Yesterday he says that I want to attend her last rites. So far he was saying that it was because of the difference in religion, because of the age gap that he decided to break up with her. Now he's saying that Tunisia's family is responsible for the breakup because they were exerting a lot of pressure on them that they must break up. So the statements must be looked into, Sandeep.
See, indeed, that is the same reason why, police is in fact not satisfied with his statement and confession. And in fact, they are not even considering it. His statement are not even considered because, at this point of time, the only person who could have, expressed about Tunisia was Tunisia herself, and what she went through, what were the pain that was in fact bared by her, what went wrong with Tunisia and Sheezan, and other person is Sheezan himself. But at this point of time, as Sheezan is under the police custody, and in fact he's trying to save himself, he's misguiding and in fact misleading the police officials, and in fact he's making all very effort to get rid of this police custody, and he's trying to confuse police officials, and till yesterday he was behaving very arrogant, and in fact remember on the first day he said that allow me to go, his credibility is being hit by this case. So and on the just before a day when he was informed about the final rights of Tunisia Sharma, ultimately he started crying. So the question out here is, where was his feelings when Tunisia was was there for him, when Tunisia wanted only love and love from him? So at that point of time he dated several women, and that is something police is trying to investigate and police wants that kind of statement from his mouth. Police want a confession from him, but at this point of time he knows that the police custody is going to end by tomorrow, so he's trying to in fact confuse the police officials, and in fact he's giving several other statements so that nothing more can be done. So at this point of time police can rely on the statements of the friends, family and the co-workers and the close friends, the best friend of Sheezan Khan, the best friend of Tunisia Sharma, and in fact, as when we are talking at this point of time, Parth Juchi, the co-actor, and in fact one of the common female friend of Tunisia and Sheezan. Let me repeat myself, the common female friend of Tunisia and Sheezan. She is also being questioned by Walif police, although her identity is not revealed yet. Who is she? What is her background? Whether she is from television field or not. But at this point of time, she is also being questioned, and in fact, police is in fact not telling more about her. And in fact, there is also a story of a secret girlfriend as well. Although nothing more is being revealed by police over these people, but yes, these are the people who are being interrogated, and their testimonies will be very much important at this point of time.
Oh yes, absolutely, and that is the process that the police is in at this point as the questioning continues with Sheezan, who, remember, Sandeep had yesterday said that he really would want to attend the last rites of Tunisia, but the family in this very somber moment, as they are saying that there must be justice for Tunisia also, the charge that has been pressed against him of abetment to suicide. The TV industry turning out in large numbers, as many of them have also worked with Tunisia, and they had never imagined such an end as what they have been saying, because she was all of 20 years of age, very, very young, had a bright future ahead of her, had been doing exceedingly well given that she was a child artist, and she had been a part of some very, very prestigious projects through the course of her career at such a young age. She had all going well for her, then why is it that she decided to take her own life, and such a drastic step that led to such a tragic end? But all the blame right now by her family is being pinned on Sheezan, who is being questioned by the Mumbai police, and many others who are being called in for questioning, who may have known the couple very closely, who may have been the people who Tunisia confided in, and they may have had inside details to validate whether what Tunisia's mother has been claiming all along is also a statement that comes out from them. So that is the very point that the police is now looking into, as Tunisia's mother has been very categoric about the fact that it was Sheezan who had tortured her daughter. It was Sheezan who was never serious about her from the very start. He was dating other girls, and he made promises to Tunisia for marriage, but he was actually only misleading and misguiding her. He was 8 years older than her, and better sense should have prevailed that he should not have led her daughter to the point where she decided to commit suicide. And I want to come back to you, Sandeep. You're standing outside that very society where Tunisia's family lives, and her last rites that will be performed now as her mortal remains have been brought. A very difficult time to still accept that she's actually gone, but what led to her death? And it becomes all the more suspicious because Sheezan was the last person she had met before she actually decided to commit suicide. Sheezan was the person she had lunch with before she took her own life. What transpired in those 15 minutes? That's the most critical angle in this investigation right now.
See, indeed, that is that is something what police is also looking out for, and in fact, Tunisia was a well-doing person. She was from a family which was doing well as well. She was in fact, she started her career as a child artist. Later on, she grew up, and in fact, she got name, fame, everything she got in her life. But ultimately, she was cheated. She was cheated by Sheezan Khan, and in fact, remember the lunch that, as you were describing as well, the lunch that took place, the lunch between Tunisia and Sheezan, and after that life-taking lunch, she committed suicide. And the 15 minutes, as you remember, 15 days ago of this suicide, she had committed. In fact, Sheezan had broken up with Tunisia. So she was very much depressed, and in fact between this she also got an anxiety attack. Now what Sheezan Khan claims that between this time she also tried committing suicide and he saved her life. That is what is being claimed by Sheezan. But police is not taking this on record because he's the only person who says that she tried committing suicide and he saved her. And in fact, Tunisia police is now trying to connect to the best friends of Tunisia and Sheezan to get their version. Because usually a person shares their part of life to their best friends, to their close friends who are they into regular touch. And as Tunisia was a happy-go-lucky person, she was very much open-minded and in fact very hard-working as well. So police is in fact now, it is hard to digest for police as well. How can a person who was very joyous in life can take such a drastic step?
Oh yes, absolutely. And that is exactly what everyone is wondering right now as they are grieving the death of Tunisia. A young girl, all of 20 years of age, extremely bright, that smiling face. But the fact that she's gone, she decided to take her own life and she had everything going right for her. Probably not this relationship, but what really prompted her to finish everything to actually end her life when she had a lot going in her favor is something that those who knew her very closely are thinking of. Her last rites to be performed. This is Tunisia's residence, out of which my colleague Sandeep is standing. This is in Vasai, and that ambulance that is being readied now, where Tunisia's mortal remains will also be taken to where the cremation is being conducted. The last rites will be done shortly from now. This is her final journey. Sandeep, continue talking to us to what is happening there. A moment of grief for all those who did not even know her, because just to imagine that somebody as bright could go like this is very disheartening.
See, indeed, she had a huge fan following in kids as well. Kids used to watch her television show, and in fact, there were several, people who were her fans as well. And if a person like that, the grief is very big. This is not something that will remain temporary. This is a long time pain for not just the family members but also for her fans as well. And in fact, Tunisia herself was a child artist. She acted in several films as well. So she was very ambitious girl, and she ending her life like this was something that cannot be in fact believed as well. So yes, tough time for the family as well, and also for her fans as well, and also for the people who aspire to become an actor. Because remember, everyone does not get name, fame, and this kind of light in television or in Bollywood industry. And remember what happened in Sushant Singh case as well. Remember what happened, what is happening in this case as well. So this is the second time wherein TV industry, or in fact Bollywood industry, we could say Bollywood or TV industry is in controversy. But yes, this is happening in television industry, and a young actor like Tunisia is ending her life just because
Sandeep, I'm sorry, but we have to slip into a very short commercial break right now. But we are keeping our focus on this, Tunisia's last rites to be performed shortly.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
Here gravity and physics don't call the shots, and sound travels slower than you. This is a different kind of place. That's why we're looking for different kind of people, for whom excellence is not a job, but a way of being, be it in the sky or on the ground. We are looking for an invincible team of invincible people. People who are a cut above.
Join the Indian Air Force to be a cut above.
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Uncontrolled diabetes can lead to long-term complications and damage your heart, eyes, kidney and nerves if remains untreated.
With Beto's Diabetes Care program, get online doctor consultation, all your prescribed medicines and a dietitian consultation. Get a free glucometer and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care program. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
All right, viewers, we are live and breaking right now, and right now visuals coming in from Tunisia's residents. The last rites of Tunisia are right now underway, and she will be taken, the mortal remains of Tunisia will be taken to the crematorium very soon, and this is the last rites and the final bye to Tunisia. At the same time, we're also, at this point of time, getting you all the top updates as the investigation into the Tunisia death probe continues. But the visuals on your screen right now of the last rites, which will be conducted, they're in fact on their way to be conducted, and last rites are being conducted. And the parents of Tunisia had put a post on Instagram saying that it is the last bye, the last farewell to Tunisia. And this is happening in the Mira Road as well, viewers. This is happening in Mumbai, in Mira Road, viewers, and the visuals coming in at this point of time. And we're getting new top updates where the investigation is continuing, and Sandeep is also joining us live from Tunisia's residence. Sandeep, take us through what is happening right now, because very soon her last rites will be conducted, and of course we are telling our viewers about the latest in the investigation too, but at this point of time, of course, a very emotional moment for the family members of Tunisia.
See, yes, Shivangi, very tough time for the...
Yes, and the society will be taken.
All right, we'll come back to Sandeep, but the visuals coming in at this point of time, and viewers, the last rites of Tunisia will begin very soon. At the same time, many different angles have been coming to the